Hey, hey, you lot give me too much grief, man. Like, what time is it? 7 minutes. 7 minutes, people. 7 minutes. And hang on, it's a lefty trait. What's Droops on about? Droops, I hope that's not directed at me. Be late. Don't tell me you're on the attack as well. I hope I haven't read I've missed something in the chat or something. That can't be me. That can't be for me. 7 minutes, people. I've got Anne-Marie giving it big lips at 28 minutes past 9 when we weren't even due to go live until 1:45, right? Anne-Marie's already taking shots before, like, it's even time to pop shots. CP gets in on the act. What's up, CP? UK transparency, I expect no less. Roman, are you still welcome? If you're here, you're welcome. If you ever get timed out, it means you've done something that got you timed out. Moderators will very rarely ever block someone unless I'm like, mods, can you block them? It's just easier to time someone out for 24 hours, yeah? So, you know, if you're like a naughty boy in the stream and you have to, like, be put on the naughty step, you can always come back again, man. You can always come back again. Try again, you know what I mean? Try. But yeah, 7 fucking minutes anyway. 7 minutes. Don't deflect, Roman. Let me have this moment to tell them. 7 minutes. Big G. Oh, you know Big G? You know UK Transparency? You know the likes of DP? They are actually the reason I'm late. Yeah? Because they're always keeping me distracted in Discord. Where if they weren't distracting me in my Discord, I'd have had my laptop set up already. But because they were distracting me, I forgot. I forgot that I set it up. BBA, my channel is dying. Lone Wolf. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Just keep chipping away. Yes, Jerry. Evening Dupes. Hey, BBA. Hello, 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 hello. I haven't seen you for ages. Only catch your videos. Good to see. Big up, Die. Big up, Die. All day long. How is everyone anyway? I did actually wait until like 9. I wanted to wait until like 9, half 9 to see if anybody else went live first before, because I thought I was live yesterday. Don't want to overdo it. But at the same time, you know what? For a bunch of pain in the arses always taking pops at me, you're alright, you lot, ain't you? You're not too bad. Do you know what I mean? You ain't too bad. You ain't too bad at all. I'm just pouring some milk into my cup of tea. Because it's what's everyone been up to today? What does it? Anyone know anything interesting? What about me? What about you, DP? You're a lefty or something? Nah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. The only thing we've got for you, buddy, is stay on your feet and stay out of Weatherspoon pubs. They don't seem to like you very much. Big up Brentford. Oi, NH Mountain Girl, what's going on? Big up yourself, girl. Big up yourself. Your chat is colonised. Oh, shit. That ain't far from the truth, you know. Lundy Media, that's not far from the truth, actually. What is colonised? Like being taken over, yeah? These guys took over a long time ago. I thought they were just coming to join the asylum, and they ended up taking over. So now it just turns into, which is why I'm going to put the link out for anyone that wants to come up and save me. Because, yeah, it turns into let's pick on Bear. Let's pick on Bear. Boom, boom. Yeah, what do we think about that anyway? You know what? The Jim Radcliffe thing, as I was actually saying to Big G earlier, I'm not knocking him for what he said, but where I definitely do criticise him is the fact that he then went back, he backtracked on what his opinion is, because that was his opinion, let's be honest, yeah? He backtracked and apologised for it. So what, by apologising, he's apologising because now what, that's wrong what he said. And I worry that, like, you know, we need these kind of people that are in the public eye and stuff. They kind of need to put their neck on the line. I thought, oh, we're getting that. And then he comes out with the apology. And, yeah, I don't get that. It's not hardly a like slip of the tongue thing, is it? He's allowed his opinion. Active shooter. As I was saying last night, yeah. As I was saying last night, we should all have the right to an opinion, even if that opinion differs from our own. I know. This makes it sound like I'm advocating for crazy nutcase lefties, which I'm not, but even they should be allowed an opinion, I guess. Yes, London Kane, what's going on? Jojo UK, evening, good to see you. Travis. Big up, Travis, actually. I ain't seen you in a while. What's going on? Tammy Burgess, #Team Well. I never really get what the #Team Well thing's about, but yeah. Big up. Big up all. Hey, what's up, Shazza? What's going on? I'm just going to try the link, BBA, to see if it works. I won't be staying there. All right. See if it works there. It will work. 100% it will work. What's up, Stephen, bro? You all right?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, good. You had a good day?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Oh, I'm all right. Cheer up, buddy.
Oh,
It's Friday tomorrow, nearly the weekend. Woohoo!
yeah, I know.
Do you know what? I always think, yeah, because I used to think that when I never used to go on panel, in the very early days before I went on panel, I was thinking like, yeah, it'd be well awkward on a panel, but not really. It's all right. It's all right, really. You just got to remember you got all these lunatics in the chat. Evening, Dupes.
First time on your show. Let's see how it goes, shall we?
Yeah. No, how are you, right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah, good.
All right.
Yeah. Pleased to meet you, Dragonzord, at the moment.
Yeah, nice to see you as well. I had that bad.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dukes, about the old Jim Radcliffe thing? Do you think it's a bit of a letdown that he apologised?
I don't think it's a letdown. I understand why he's done it, but I wish he hadn't. I just think that the time has come that you stand by your words, and you'll find that millions of people stand up behind you, like they have, you know.
Yeah, of course.
But I think there was a time where people wouldn't stand up because they were scared, and so these people would backtrack, but he didn't need to.
No, he didn't.
You know.
No, well, I don't know. They're saying that, like, you know, he's probably been advised to, because you know,
sounds more like...
he's under investigation now by the FA, right?
Yeah, and I suppose it's all about his job and everything else, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's how they go for you, isn't it? Your money. That's it. That's what they do for you. Do to you. And I don't think that everybody's prepared for that, are they? You know.
I don't know. I think you've got to be a bit blind now not to realise that that's going to come with giving an opinion. It's hard to ignore. Yeah, anyone that has an opinion instantly shut down. A lot of people, for instance, might not like Andrew Tate. I don't like everything he stands for, right? But like, how is it that guy goes to prison with his brother for as long as they do? Still to this day, never been found guilty. Or I don't even think they've been like to trial, have they?
I don't think
No.
so, no.
Yeah. Well, it's lawfare, isn't it? The fear of being imprisoned is what they use as well as the imprisonment.
Evening shows.
You know, that's what they're doing. Our justice system is corrupt, mind you, that is being done by his own country. But I don't know. I don't like Andrew Tate anyway. You know.
No, like I say, I don't agree with everything that he says at all or stands for. But I just think I see something the other day, and it was like a fair point that like they've been massively scrutinised. Yeah. Had everything kind of like every member of their family's been arrested at some point, taken into custody and questioned. But yet all these people that are say in the Epstein, what's going on there? No investigation being done. No one getting pulled out their homes and like, you know, having their houses raided and just all seems a little bit strange, right?
I hate that.
Why like you get treated worse for speaking facts, let's be honest, than
no, sir.
Persecuted. But yo, Shaz, you there?
I am here, yeah.
Yeah, what's up? You good?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, I'll be stopping long.
No, it's all right. If you should see a camera icon. If you push that, it will turn your camera on.
No, you're right.
And it'll just come up with a little logo.
Yeah, well, I made the mistake yesterday of actually showing myself on the camera.
Why, you don't want no one to know who you are?
Who, me?
No, me.
Oh.
No, I was half naked.
Oh, for God's sake. I hope it was the top half.
Yeah, you wish.
And Droops, again, I'm going to kind of go there again, and people might be sick of me speaking about it, but I think it does need to be spoke about. I spoke to AY about this, yeah, because me and him obviously be chatting, like he'll chuck advice at me. I'll do the same with him, and I said to him the other day, I was like, "Yo, so you know these dickheads and that they're like just running around making a mockery of like a lot of the stuff that we're trying to highlight."
Yeah.
What do we do about that? Do we call them out? Do we ignore it? But if we call it out, we get accused of kind of like division. You're just causing division and we don't need that. But at the same time, if you're not calling it out, then one, you look a bit hypocritical, I think. And two, you're allowing something to become damaged that I don't think should be allowed. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, you can't stop anyone from going out with a camera, of course. Like,
so I think there's levels. I don't think that you should, if you're at a protest, run to the police and go, "Oh, look what he's doing," or like I've seen some people do. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with.
I'm with you there. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very annoying.
But I do think that when it's something serious, like somebody's a child abuser or an abuser of women, or the things that you claim that you're fighting against, that it should be called out. Yeah, definitely.
Of course.
Okay, so yeah, child abuser stuff that just comes with, like, of course, that should be called out. So, but we're saying like we shouldn't be calling out other people that are kind of going around and putting
the camera.
You don't think we should?
Well, you mean it depends on what their behaviour is. So, if you've got people that are going up to, I don't know, people and shoving the camera in their face and being antagonistic, yeah, I think you should definitely say you don't approve of the way that they're doing it.
Big up Octagon.
Yeah, I don't. But every circumstance has to be judged on its own merits. I don't go along with a lot of the hive minds where they go, right, there's this rule and there's no sort of like flexibility to it. I'm not one of them people. You know, you can't just say, because circumstances might look the same on the surface, but they might not actually be. Once you actually get into it, there might be an appendage of information that actually makes it slightly different. So you would have to merit it every time on the situation. And then if somebody consistently does it, then yeah, I would say, look, I don't really want to be around that person or be associated with that person. You know?
Exactly.
I mean, you can... How am I going to put it? So, for example, right, I'm going to be up straight because I don't care who I offend. People know that. That's why they get offended.
Say what you want on here.
No, but that's why they get offended by me. So, for example, there is an auditor, you probably know the name, who's being done for racial...
I've heard about it. I don't follow.
Yeah.
I don't watch it personally.
Yeah.
I've never liked what they...
Well, he's done that on 2 occasions, so I've got no sympathy.
Neither have I.
But at the same time, I would also say that person wasn't a proper auditor.
Got you, Welshie. Got you.
You got a good point there.
I would say that person jumped onto the back of it. And here is probably one of the best auditors that you ever had on the protests.
Oh, Welshie, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You all right?
Good evening, all.
Evening, babe.
Yeah, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I haven't seen you for a long time. Where have you been?
Well, I got banned from one of the chats for saying certain words that were...
Oh, okay.
Like saying tard and something in front of it, and the word beginning with the sounding like D and D-gen, and that's what got me into got me banned from the channel.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
There we go. So what are we talking about? New auditors?
Yeah, well, just... Yeah,
go on.
Really. Like, listen, listen. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'm perfect in what I do. I got 5 years of back catalogue of stuff, and obviously it started with the audit in the police, and that I done wrong, and then I do a good video, then I do something wrong again. So I'm not saying I'm perfect. I like to think I have learnt though a lot along the way, and don't do a lot of the way I used to approach certain things. I like to think that I don't approach it in the same way now.
Yeah, I mean it happens
to these people. It's like I literally, I'm not going to mention names because I don't think it's fair to, and that does cause division. Yeah. But I said to a good few people some months ago, see these people that have come around in the last 12 months. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them aren't around in the next 12 months.
Exactly.
I have said, and we've got an individual that is finding themselves on silly stuff because of the way they're behaving and acting. And it's all a bad name. And whether we care about what the left think or not, yeah. But I mean, how fucking stupid, but just to give the left a load of ammo. To say, oh look, we're right.
And don't forget, the odds on there'll be a plant in the actual movement anyway, in the big umbrella movement. That is, and that plant could be just making it, like you said, making waves, the wrong sort of waves. So that it's completely there. I mean, for example, Correct Not Political filmed them. A couple of years ago, agitators, plants, they were literally put into a protest It wasn't even a right-wing protest. It was a left-wing protest he was filming, and he clocked it. And yeah, so there could be more darker people, dishonest people there in the umbrella movement.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And I think, to be fair, the left are a nuisance, but it's actually people on the right that are worse to each other anyway.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
It's funny, like, for instance, so I've seen people at protests turn around and claim that they're auditors, yeah? But then when I've seen them end up getting the shitty end of the stick for being associated with an auditor, now, I ain't an auditor, and it's like, I know I heard you the other week at a protest saying you're a fucking auditor. Like,
half hour ago.
And this is why it kind of winds me up with the whole auditor bit. And like I say, to some, this might sound really pathetic. No worries. But like, I feel like a lot of good work was done in the early days. Again, a lot of shit stuff as well, but a lot of good was done. And people have jumped on the back of something in the last 12 months, maybe a bit longer. And
they're destroying it.
Now looking very messy, man. And it's getting the wrong kind of attention all of a sudden. Auditing's been around ages. And all of a sudden, like, auditing's being spoken about left, right, and centre.
Just a heads up, you described me as an auditor earlier on. I don't mind being described, but I'm not an auditor. I've never done an audit.
You said you were an auditor, but you've always gone and filmed protests and stuff.
Yeah. I'm much more of a protest live streamer, and then I challenge the police in dubious actions they commit. But like I said, just like auditors, we all got arrested, mind you. So we all end up getting lawfare against us.
So, Bear, can I just respond to what you just said from what I've seen from the outside? Because I'm not an auditor, but from what I've seen from the outside.
Yeah, of course.
I think that the minute that the auditors got successful and broke through to the mainstream, it could have been anybody. The police would have come down hard. Once you become a problem because you're highlighting the truth and it goes mainstream, and you've got to look at the numbers now that people are doing, So you've got AY doing big numbers, you've got you doing big numbers, you've got DP that does fair numbers, you've got, do you know what I mean? Welshly that does brilliant numbers every time he goes to protest. When you have got that many people, I think you, what's his name? The other one, Truth 101 or whatever it is. Yeah. With all of these combined, you look at the awareness that they're stirring up, and that is what they don't like.
Because I haven't been involved recently in a lot of protests and stuff. I've been sitting back and obviously watching. Now I remember when the Ely riots happened, and I filmed it, and I got 21,000 on a live. Then about a couple of weeks later, it all kicked off in the UK, and I remember. What's his name from fucking Speaker's Corner? Black guy works for Tommy now.
Wendell.
Wendell.
Yeah, Wendell. What's his name again? His nickname?
Wendell.
What's his name? Anyway, Street Mike. Right. He was at Stockport, and he was on a live, and it all went fucking heads up. And I knew it would be. I thought to myself, I could literally you could just go around the country, look at the hotspots, and just go there and film. But I wasn't in a position to do so through work and family and stuff. But he turned around, and when it all kicked off, and that police van got set on fire, I remember it clearly. It's live stream concurrent viewers went up like 1,000 every 30 seconds a minute. Every time there was an update, it was updating like 1,000 up. Like he cut his live. I was devastated. I thought, I can believe that. But anyway, and then
but there was agitators there though, weren't there, on that one?
Yeah. But you said about like breaching into mainstream or breaching into the NPC market, the normie market.
Yeah.
And I clearly sitting back here in my armchair, could see this. And then I remember AY had 60,000 or something at Epping, or I can't remember exactly where. I think it was Epping. And I knew then that this is just like seeping out of the internet world, and it's actually breaking legacy media channels. One, they're not welcome at these locations because everyone's wise to their antics, and these live streams were just gripping the public, mainly due to X as well, sharing a lot of this and being unrestricted. But either way, I could sit back from the last year, 18 months, and I've said to myself, this is like blowing up now. And yeah, it is. They've attacked a number of auditors.
I've done it a couple of times. So, because, right, I've said this about like, we're actually getting more views than mainstream media. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. They're still on your TV, if you like. But I mean, a lot less people actually watch TV than they once did. So, although that's probably still their main source of views, I agree. But I've gone at the end of a day on a weekend, took like a few channels that have done live streams at protests, done maybe an hour, 2 hours, and you look at the views that their live finishes on, compared to say these mainstream media lives that they obviously live feeds that they have on their YouTube platforms and things like that, and it's much smaller. Like, I never thought you'd see the day when just some average Joe and his camera phone is getting more views than Sky News. That's
because
crazy.
you're showing it in its entirety, and you're there.
No bullshit.
So that's why I didn't like what Mark Rowley was saying about. Oh yeah, they do this.
Oh, God.
No, the thing is, that's the whole beauty of us being there and live streaming it, is that it's not edited. We don't make it look one. Like,
the thing is, the auditors have got.
I've been guilty of it, and I've done it with my auditing as well. There's something I would definitely have to work on. Is I'm all cool with being like, presenting myself properly and fucking being there with some integrity. But when I see something go wrong, like police do wrong or something, I get my backup, man. Even if it's
You're
not
gonna point out
at me, I get my backup, and I get quite emotional with it, which is then where like. And maybe that's what I need to like chill out on a bit more. Definitely.
I think at the moment, what with the police trying to find ways to crack down on you, you've got to learn how to not. I don't want you to stop pointing out, because for the wider public, I think it's also educational as well. Learning, the statutes and everything like that. When people go, oh yeah, well, no, you can't do this because this, that, and the other. And well, you've always done this, haven't you? Pointed out what they're allowed to do and what they're legally allowed to, not allowed to do.
It's so important. Can we get Section 17 up now? Because how I think it's read is that citizen journalists, which includes citizens and journalists, at a protest. It actually says citizen journalists. So if these coppers are now just going to ignore 17, I'm afraid, with legal advice, I think the bigger channels with legal advice should actually call their bluff.
At the moment, there's not. But Welshie, there's nothing stopping them, mate, trying to put legislation in place and once that legislation's in place, then you don't really have a leg to stand on. Because
I think you've got to be careful how you do it. Yeah, I think you've got to be wise.
The thing is, I've seen them the way they're talking about. They say they don't care about 17 and stuff. I've seen these, and now, if for example they don't care about 17, well, they're going to come unstuck, because if and when someone calls their bluff, which will happen, but I think it needs to be organised a bit better. They're going to have to. They won't be able to ignore Section 17 anymore, because they'd have already been caught with their pants down. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I think they're just going to get encourageable by their recent actions about saying fuck Section 17. Well, you can't fuck Section 17. It's there for you.
Yeah, you can't. They've got to stick by the law. They have to.
Yeah. But I think we, the people who deal with this on a more say full-time basis, I'm actually going live once every couple of months these days. In fact, I'm going live on Tuesday maybe, and you're not going to believe from where. So I tell you now.
Yeah,
I tell you now.
you don't have
What
to.
you are? You're going back
You
live.
could plug it.
Yeah, well, I just found out from the Central Club that he can't. Cullen he can't go because he's doing a speech in jail. So I'll tell everyone now. Atherton. Does anyone know what Atherton means to anyone in Warwickshire? Let's have a look
yeah,
at the chat.
I've been through there. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if anyone in the chat picks it up. It only should take 20 seconds. Atherton. Anyone in the chat?
What, you're going to Atherton?
Well, yeah, on Tuesday. Shrove Tuesday. I'm not.
Pancake day.
That's right. And what happens in Atherton?
Ah, shit. I should know this, man.
Come on.
I don't know, man. I should, though. I should know.
What? Well, why don't you just Google it now? Atherton. It's the crazy ball game. DP had it in the chat.
Okay.
It's a crazy ball game where you.
Is it the one just in the street, or is it the one going down the hill?
No, it's the one in the. It's the one in the street, not the one that ends up in the river and stuff. Yeah, it's the one. Okay. It's the one in the street where they get a big bladdered basketball, double the size of a basketball, and you've got to shield it or keep hold of it. So for the first 3.5 hours, it's reasonably violent, and then for the last 30 minutes, it's fucking carnage.
Oh my god!
So I was going to go to it, but Central.
If you go, man, you have to let me know. It's only down the road from me. I'll drive.
It's a 3-hour drive for me. It's a 3-hour drive, and I was going to half the costs, and be better. Otherwise, it's a bit of a trip on my own. But he can't come, and Phil Watkins is not well enough to go. So, and Yaki Dai's not going. I've already asked Yaki Dai.
Oh no way! He's funny.
Yeah, he's got commitments as well, so we're stuck.
So
I know. Go on, sorry.
Is your channel not monetized now then?
Yeah, it's pointless though. I'm behind so many brick walls. I'm old school, aren't I? I've been behind brick walls for fucking 3-4 years. You'll never see one of my videos on general recommendations of anything. It just won't come up. I've got to look. That style of mine.
If people start sharing them, the algorithms will start again. Yeah. So
yeah, but I don't do regular. But the problem is I am behind a couple of walls, or at least one big fat one.
Oh, okay.
So the channels, put it that way: if I leave a Google review, it doesn't get published. Whether I give 5 stars or 1 star, I only found out the other day. So for the last 2 years, I've been giving reviews out, good and bad, and not one has been published.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually more than 2 years. I know that because, if I get likes on it, but it says not published. It says not published. I gave a review last night to Matthew's Chippy in Grimsby. They give away 10 fish and chips a night to the homeless via Active Patriots and his YouTube channel.
Yeah, I've seen this.
And it's called Matthew's Chippy, and I left a review, and I said, not just a great chippy, this chippy supports the community, and I've witnessed it give out 10 fish and chips to the homeless on many occasions. Support your local chippy. And I had a look at my reviews, because after you write a review, it gives you an option to look at your reviews. I said, let me look at my reviews I've done in the past. And it says, not published, not published, not published, not published, not published, not published, all the way down.
Wow.
That would piss me off.
Yeah, it did piss me off. I've written about fucking 20 reviews. Some of them have been really spicy.
He's been wasting his time.
Yeah, I mean, there was more 1 stars. All the 1 stars were like Patriot chops and shit. You know what I mean? I gave some really nice sort of spicy ones, but no. Talking to myself.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I do think that when it comes to these protests, because the police are going to try that, you need to make sure that you're not going to sort of like just hand it to them on a plate where they can use lawfare against you. But at the same time, if
They've got to call their bluff. Someone has to.
Yeah, if they're illegally using lawfare, then you've got to stand your ground.
Yeah. So this is why I said that the more full-time auditors, or because you've got to put your eggs in the one basket, and obviously if you're publishing documents and reports every week guaranteed, then you would be rightly categorized as either a citizen journalist or a journalist because they're getting paid. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to like call their bluff, but with legal advice beforehand.
Well, I'll be straight with you, yeah. So I heard something the other day, and I've been hearing it for a little while, this narrative. Now, I understand, because Duke said it and it's correct, when you're kind of like bringing attention to things, like people are going to try to come down on you, yeah? So I get it.
Yeah.
I keep on hearing from certain individuals, and I've seen posts on their channel where they're claiming, this is more proof that the police are coming after everyone with a camera. And I'm looking back at like why the police arrested them and shit, and I'm like, no, mate, you're just acting like a proper twat. Like this whole idea that they're after everyone with a camera. No offense, but you're kind of irrelevant in the sense of like the amount of views that you bring into the table. No offense, but that's just the fact of the matter. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
well, let me tell you a story that's actually true, right? I'm going to tell you something that's actually true. Active Patriot, who actually I've got a much better opinion of now than I had, right? So when I'm saying it, it's not because I'm having a dig at him, right? It's because actually I'm trying to highlight what happens. So during COVID, he had a bit of an argument with some bailiffs that I think they clamped his car or something. And he took money out of his pocket and he wiped it on his backside. And I didn't approve of that. I thought that was just ridiculous, right? Not just me, a lot of other people were like, yeah, we know he's trying to be funny, but, this is ridiculous, right? And it turned a lot of people away from listening to him. And yet he had a lot of good videos. What he was putting out there was truth. And it took other auditors to actually break through and for them to say, actually, it was Active Patriot that showed me the way. And you understand what I'm saying? For you to realise, actually, this is really sad because it could have been him.
Okay, so let me just give some context for everyone. So in 2022, when the first lockdown happened in March, who was out defying lockdown? Active Patriots. Lost his channel now, 65,000. Oh, he rang me up one day. He said, "Take all Dover content down. I've just lost my channel." So I went straight on my channel. I took all my Dover content down, and guess what? I didn't lose my channel. So he is crazy, but he's such a good crazy, and yeah, he has improved as a human. I can tell you now on AP audits, he's not an auditor. He should be done. The AP reports, this AP audits. I'm going to speak to him about his name, and he's such a good lad. He's the OG migrant spotter.
I've said this many times. Like, it was the only reason I done them when I did. Like, because I was watching like Active Patriot, Yorkshire Rose, and I was watching them go to these hotels, right? And I'm watching it thinking, there's like an aspect to what they're doing here, yeah, which like could be like seen as auditing, yeah. Like, why not start doing a few hotels, man? And obviously I did. Then,
when he done that, when he was doing that, so there was him, Tyrant Finder, Stephen Laws, little veteran and me, and I was in 2020.
That's
half of the auditors, the vast majority of the auditors there called us all racists. Nazis.
No. Well, look,
Honestly,
I can't agree
honestly,
with that.
I thought it was 2020. So I mean, when I went to Pembrey, the army barracks, the original, went back in late 2020.
This is what I mean,
Oh.
Welshie. Like, I try and explain to people so you all know. Yeah, at this point that we're talking about, when you're going out, when even I was going out and covering this, you were lucky if you got like. So, like, for instance, migrant hotel protest. There were people going to hotels and protesting, but you were lucky at most of them if you could, like, pull 10 people outside there, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it really was only certain people that were that committed to and could see where it was going that they stuck with it, man. When most people would have seen 10 people week in, week out, where it just wouldn't have been.
It's a bit like a trans agenda from like 5 years back, where everyone was too afraid to speak for 5 to 10 years. It's a bit like that. It was a bit like the trans agenda. It really was. I knew overall, though. I know overall. I'll look back and think, yeah, I was fucking right.
Sometimes it's about timing, right? It's whether everything clicks into play at time.
Exactly.
You've got to remember that. Oh, you've got to remember that. What do you call it? That with COVID and the lockdown, right, would have been an optimum time for people to have realised stuff and that. But when you've had a great big amount of people that would have supported you and got your channel out there, turn away from you, and that's the point I'm trying to make better. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Welshie because he does good content anyway, and I don't know why your channel isn't really getting out there. But if they've shadow banned you, that might be why. But when it comes to Active Patriot, the point I was trying to make is that there would have been a lot of people that actually shared his stuff, and then the algorithm picks up and it gets spread everywhere else. Earlier, now they're doing that. But earlier, he could have broke through a lot earlier.
Yeah.
But he didn't because of one silly little piece of behaviour, right?
Well,
and what I'm saying is, I know that, I mean, I've got a lot more respect for him now than I probably would have had then. But what I'm saying is that when you were asking about what people are acting like when they're out actually covering stuff, what I'm saying is that people have to bear in mind that people do make up their own opinions. And it can be something silly, silly behaviour that people will turn away from.
But for about 6 months a year,
Active Patriot,
Alan
Base Welshman. Yeah. I mean, but Base Welshman had. Sorry, I think I've lost sound. Base Welshman had one of the best pieces of footage during COVID, and that was when the immigrants come out and run up the roads, and they were all sopping wet with water. Do you remember that, Welshie?
No, I'm trying to think. No, I can't remember
that. Yeah, you had a bit of footage. And also, when you was with your dog in the park.
London?
No, you'd gone down to Dover. You'd gone down to Dover, and I don't know who you were following. I don't know if it was you come across the police van, I think, and you decided to see where they were going, and they happened to be chasing down a couple of migrants that had come in on the beach, and walked off without getting found, and they were running up the road sopping wet. And
the one in the park with my dog, that was in April, the first lockdown, and I got accosted by a load of police walking my dog in a field.
You really got a fine for that?
I had to put it that way. I didn't go to court for that one, but it went viral on YouTube on my mate's channel, Subject Access, Sam's channel. He had like 330,000. It was his best performance video, and he just ripped it off me, like, which was under permission. And of course that went pretty viral, and it went on Facebook loads of times. But I got done again walking my dog about a year later, and I had to go to court for that one. I appeared in court, and they said, "Oh, it got dismissed 9 days ago." I'm thinking, "Oh, thanks for telling me." Can you imagine if I'd done that to you?
Stupid.
But crazy walking a dog, and they didn't have a case. That's why they dropped it. but it's lawfare, chaps. It's lawfare.
Oh, Welshman, I'll just let you know I'll subscribe to your channel now, by the way.
Okay. I don't do much content now, but if I do a live and if it's not just a standard live, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Something's happening.
I agree with what you were saying anyway, Dupes, about timing, yeah? And there's like many examples of that. I think Tommy's even a good one. Look at Tommy and how long he's been saying what he's been saying for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And now there's people like that, loads of people now are willing to say the exact same stuff as Tommy now. And that never was the case before.
Yeah.
You know, so again, you can be sometimes a little bit before like the time. Like I remember, I think it was last year, like mainstream media are picking up on like the Deliveroo and the Uber Eats. Yeah. And I'm thinking, I'm scratching my head thinking, why is this being made to look like this? This is like no. So I've looked through my I think it was like 3 years before outside. Outside a hotel in Birmingham where I'm pointing out like these literally like they're walking off. I think I'm even saying to the police like, can they, bro, illegal working like crazy.
Yeah.
It's like years later it took for like mainstream media. It's just the way it is. Like sometimes it's all about that algorithm, and if the algorithm it's hot topic, so the minute something's hot topic, the algorithms are just pushing that shit out over anything else, right? So the nature of the game.
It's classic that the mainstream media were literally 3 years behind the story, and I think I remember the time laughing at it. Going, "Oh, you're just catching up now, are you? You're catching up when you're seeing loads of fucking bites in baskets outside the hotel. You're not adding up. You're not adding it up, or is it just because it's been pushed around social media so many times now on X and stuff? They have to pick up on the story, and that's what it is. Basically, citizen journalists have forced legacy media's hands in that story. They've seen it as a story they could pick up, and it's not too spicy anymore. And it's like it's opened up to the public already by the citizen journalists, and they said, okay, we'll bring the story forward. But otherwise, they're just, like I said, sat on them, left it.
Yeah.
But AP audit, or as he's called now at the moment, he couldn't film. He couldn't film migrants at all for about a year. So he started doing like a charity thing in Grimsby, where he supports the homeless and people that are have got mental and dependency issues.
You've got to give him credit for that, ain't you?
Oh, you want to check him out? He's given out, I think it's about 1,000 grape alarms. He gives out food all the time. So
big respect to him for that.
Well, he's just received 5 little pods, and they're little triangle folding acrylic things, a bit like a coffin.
He is mad. In a good way,
well, you know what else he did? Based in the last year, he did it, and he's been proved right again. He put out a post on X that a lot of people criticised him for, and actually, I did show it on my channel and say, this man.
I've just realised what you're going to say, Jupes. I know what you're going to say. I've just added it up. Happened yesterday. The problem happened yesterday. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
So and you say it then, Jupes, because.
Yeah, well, so he put a post out and said that he had intelligence that certain people were going to aim for schools, and everybody, a lot of people slated him for it and said, "Oh, I'm not going to repeat that," and this, that, and the other.
I think he was suspended for it. I think he was suspended for a period for it. I think.
And look what we've had happen.
Yeah. So yesterday, a nice chap screaming Alan Snack Bar stabbed up a 12 and a 13-year-old.
So I don't know. Add it all up. But you talk about the police. The police have always been a bit cookie bear. I mean, Little Veteran. I don't really. Well, I'm not going to say what I think of him, but Little Veteran, when he was down at Dover, there was a piece of footage that if it was to happen now, that would definitely go viral. Where where they grabbed him. Do you remember that, Base? When he was just standing there 1 minute and then the next minute they just nabbed him.
Well, in the protest.
Yeah. Do you remember down at Dover? That was naughty.
Yeah, I remember. I literally, like, I wasn't actually at the protest. This is like 5.5 hours for me, Dover. But yeah, I remember watching the live, and he was there 1 minute. He was bounced across the road the next.
Exactly.
He's only about 5 foot fucking 3.
Yeah, it was comical to watch, but at the same time, it's out of order what they did. They
it's a snatch squad. It was literally a snatch squad. They snatched him up.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they didn't have to. That's all they had to do, because he was in communication with liaison, was make sure you just pick him up. But it had to be done as a grab, as a snatch, and like they were all in on it. They were like 12 of them in on it. And it was just like, well, you really made that as big as you could have.
Yeah, it was amazing. So the police have always been a bit doing their own thing. You know,
seems like they're all doing their own thing there.
But I feel like, and that's where I bring it back to, like, that's where I feel there's certain people that are like seeing other, and some people may see this as me kind of blowing smoke up AY's ass because I'm mates with him. Yeah, they may do because I'm mates with him, right? But I'm just gonna say it like, but I've seen him come in and be very successful in a short period of time. I'll give him nothing but credit for it. But with that, and I'll give you, for example, coming away from this a minute. So when we were all doing the police auditing, there was a new type of auditor that come around at the time, yeah? It was DJ Audits. And he kind of brought something new to the table. And it kind of blew up real quick. And he was getting really good traction, good following, good views. And then all of a sudden, just behind that, there was a wave of new auditors. And all these auditors started going to, like, the warehouses and private businesses and shit. And would do the same thing where they would just not conduct themselves like DJ does. Like, DJ goes and does something, but he actually does what he does well. Yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah, like, then everyone else tries to imitate it, but you just, like, it's like Car Crash TV, man.
Yeah, but you're always going to get the imitators. But what I will say with this, right?
AY's come around, been successful, and then there's been like a wave after him. Maybe,
yeah, trying to emulate him. Yeah.
They've tried to jump on. Well, actually, they definitely have. I've seen things that AY's done, covered. No one else has covered it. Next weekend or next week, everyone's following coaches around. No one was doing that. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wait there, Bear. We were following coaches out of Dover.
You may have been.
Back 6 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah. What I'm on about is in this recent period of time.
Yeah.
No one's doing it. AY goes out, starts, finding out where these people are going. And next minute, everyone else is trying to do it. But they're like bringing loads of fucking heat on top of it. And like I say, someone's doing something good. All right, I'm not saying don't go out and try and be just as good as them, or you can't do it. But like, don't try and be somebody else. Just be yourself. That's the best advice I could give, and it was the advice that was given to me.
Yeah, be yourself. I agree with you.
The only advice I can give you is never try to be somebody else or imitate somebody else's style. Be yourself. Be yourself.
But I would also say this, Bear, that people that are successful shouldn't be resentful when new people come up, because if you're about the cause, see, this is what I see. There are some people that are really there for the cause, then there's others that are really there for the money, right?
Oh, yep. Always.
And the ones that are there for just for the money, they're entertaining. I might even like their personality, but I haven't got the same level of respect for them, right? But the ones that are really there for the cause, you wouldn't be angry that it's spreading and getting bigger, because you want more and more people to join. You want more and more people to see the light. You want it to get out to bigger audiences. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. Obviously, you can never knock the exposure, of course.
Can I give an anecdotal one where Active Patriots back in 2020 was chasing migrants through Dover. They arrived literally. Their boat was in the Pebbles, and there's active at like 6 a.m. in the morning, right, running down the fucking road because he's a bit of a smoker as well, so he ain't the fittest dude in the world. He's literally about 8 stone soaking wet, and there he is running down the seawall. This is just outside Dover, like I think it's Whitehaven or Whitehall or something. It's literally just around the corner. And there's like 30 of these Abduls running around. They don't know where they're going. They didn't want to be picked up, which was like they didn't want to get picked up, which was making active more concerned that they were like terrorists and stuff. And it was just one of the funniest footages ever. I think it's definitely mostly not on YouTube. If it is, it's on something might have ripped
Yeah,
it. It is somewhere. It's hilarious though because he citizens arrest like 30 of them.
Oh my god! But Based, I know you said that you took down all your footage. You've still got it though, haven't you? Because if I was you,
no.
I would go, "Oh, you haven't."
You surely still got to have that.
What about Active? Because if he's still got the footage, even though he took it down,
I think Active as I didn't.
Because what he should do is go over to Facebook and just put clips out.
Yeah.
You don't have the live of that riot.
Because I tell you what, a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I have the live of the riot. Yeah.
That was mad, bro. That was some crazy.
That would start going viral now. Some of that stuff. He should clip it.
Well, in that even the Ely riot, the BBC got punched, and Wales Online had their stuff.
Oh, that's well funny. Oh, I wish I had that stream. I'd love to review it.
And it's funny because they sort of had a go at me, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you're." I said, "BBC, I got a Boston Terrier in a rucksack on my back. Fuck off! It's on my live. What are you on about? I'm a YouTuber." It's spicy. It got really spicy in the end, but
it was crazy, right?
Funny.
I think as well, like the problem is, like I don't advocate for it. Yeah, I think there should always be other ways to look at doing things other than cause chaos and violence. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like if you look at the riots a couple of years ago after the Southport stabbings, it kicked off. This is what happened. It basically kicked off, didn't it? Right, there were riots popping up here, left, right, and centre. You never knew where the next one was going to be each day. There were that many popping up.
I don't consider them riots, though. I think they were protests.
You think all of those were protests?
Yeah, if you was around in the 2011 riots and actually see a proper riot, and other riots, you would know that Southport was mild. What happened at Southport?
And it doesn't mean it's not a riot just because you.
I don't think it was a riot. There were some people that took advantage of breaking into shops. They were nothing to do with the riot at all. They were just opportunists, and it still wasn't as wide scale as what it was in 2011. It wasn't.
Yeah, 2011. They were targeting industrial estates. They were not industrial estates, shopping estate malls.
Hang on,
they would literally go there. And they were literally carjacking the place. They were reversing
setting things on fire. People's life was actually threatened.
Looting it.
Yeah.
They were looting like B&Q and stuff. They were going into a place like B&Q and all sorts of shit. I mean, there was different people rioting, should we say, back in 2011 because there was a lot of inner city and it was, there's a famous photo of a coloured gentleman walking out of Tesco's with a huge, like 10-kilo bag of balsamic rice. And there's a video of him coming out of a Tesco's, and that's what he had. I think his mum might be pleased, but overall,
imagine taking all that bit for a bag of fucking rice.
But there was footage from the Southport area where there was idiots walking out of Greggs with a tray of fucking pasties. So we can't really complain too much.
But what I'm saying, but what I'm saying, though, Based, I just think that when you look at 2011, yeah, there was opportunists there, but most of them were protesting because you had two sets of protesters then. You had the ones that was going over that Mark Duggan, and then you had the other people that were pissed off because of the government, right? In 2011, you just had the Conservatives get in, and you had so it was kind of a lefty riot if you think about it. It was mental, but it was all to do with austerity and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was.
When you look at what happened in Southport, people had a right to actually be protesting. They had a right to be protesting. I don't care what anyone says. If that had been any other community, you'd have seen a lot worse. A lot worse. And yes, there were opportunists with young kids that broke into shops, but they weren't the people that were protesting. There was different groups.
All right. Either way, it kicked off, yeah. And then after that, Keir Starmer's weighed in and been like, you know, got onto his boys within the judicial system, turned around and basically told them that they have to basically give heavy sentences, which in itself, actually, when you think about it, should be against the law. He shouldn't be able to give the court any influence. So
yeah, but they also did that after 2011. I've got to be honest.
I know, but I'm just saying, right? So this happens, right? And then it all dies down again because people are all scared of going to prison. I get that.
But I agree with you. It's disgusting. And you shouldn't have anyone do a directive that they've got to enforce the law that fast. And they've done it on a few occasions now. There was Lucy Connolly, obviously. They came down heavy on her. Then the people that were doing the protests,
they were convicted in like 24 hours.
Yeah, and they also did it to Tommy Robinson outside of court.
Yeah, and what we're making though is right, so that it silenced everyone. But what never happened was they never addressed the issue of why they fucking started in the first place. They've never done that.
That's why I get angry, because after 2011 they did a big investigation and all the simping, and we'll have representatives from your community and institutionalized racism and everything else. They went to the communities to find out what the problem was, but they've never done it with Southport. I agree, because they know what the problem is.
Obviously, they do. Yeah, of course.
Important families from third world countries, shithole countries that happen to be war criminals or wanted as some sort of war criminal. And you wonder why then that someone who was wanted as a war criminal, offspring, ended up being a terrorist.
So the reality to that is then that, to be honest, we're only ever really one more like travesty happening to somebody where people will do the same thing again, right?
Look,
this is human nature. It will happen. It will tip over the edge again at some point, because nothing.
Of course, it will. People keep saying to me, "There's going to be a civil war." We're already in a civil war. It's just we're not fighting back physically yet.
Oh yeah, it's different. We're not.
We're getting raped. We're getting murdered. We're getting beheaded. We're getting people stabbed at synagogues. We're getting people stabbed going shopping at train stations, going to work. We're getting children molested. Tell me that's not warfare.
Rhiannon leaving work and being
exactly
by a migrant,
you know, we're already in civil war. It's just that nobody's fighting back yet. It hasn't quite clicked over into that.
Let me give you a story about, I think it's Rotherham or Rochdale. One of the two guys from there, they were convicted. They had to serve 6 years, which is crazy in itself. But we can't. They're famous. They're really famous. You know their faces. Their faces are always up on. I think at Rochdale, Rotherham. I can't remember which R it is. But either way, there's a loophole at the moment. We can't deport these people, and the reason why we can't deport these people is they they give up their citizenship of Pakistan or Sri Lanka. Yes. I think in this case it's Pakistan. So the loophole comes in then. We actually can't deport them because and that country, it is Pakistan, won't take them back now because they've dismounted their citizenship. So now, so it turns out we can't deport these beasts. So the simple thing to do is it's really simple. And I've said it for years, and I think it was the Angry Boot YouTuber called the Angry Bootman, I think it is. He said it, and he said it word to word what I said it. What do we give them a year in international aid? Let's have a look. I think it's 300 million. What the fuck? What would 300 million do? All do was good. So we just take that off them. Are you going to take this beast back now? Oh yeah, I think they will. So we give international aid to so many countries in the world. It should be the trump card every time. It should be this is the Joker card. You're going to call that. You're going to play that game with us. Well, we're going to do this back to you. And
Yeah, we got
will
cowards in government, haven't we? That's why.
Yeah, they've got no will. They've got no will. All of them are going to go. I don't believe reform is are actually are the future, but they are the answer to today's problems because they're a step. Sadly, we're just going to split the vote if we keep on breaking the vote down to right-wing populist sort of parties. We're just breaking it down. We've got to just take what we can get at the moment, and I'm afraid that would be
stepping stone.
Yeah, we have to. Remember, I predicted, and Bear might remember, I predicted a couple of years ago, and it was like a couple of years before the election, that we need to vote Labour because Labour will destroy this country so quick. It'll be on steroids, and hopefully they'll be young enough for the bounce back. Because the Conservatives were destroying the country just a bit slower. I knew Labour would do it on steroids, and fuck me. Within 5 months, the fucking whole country was up in flames. So I was proven right there, and I just think we've got to just take what we can get, and reform is that. If there was an election tomorrow, they would win.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, I think the establishment have already accepted it's going to be reform anyway. Because when they talk to him like he's definitely going to be the next prime minister. So I think they even know. That's why they keep cancelling local elections for councillors and that. That's what they're doing.
Yeah,
they're scared.
They're bringing in some new piece of legislation so that like there can't be like foreign investors into party, like donations. Sorry.
Yeah.
To parties.
We shouldn't have foreigners in parties. We just shouldn't have it. I mean, it's amazing the amount of sort of non-British people with half English accents are complaining about English people and what they've got to say in the country. I'm thinking, fuck off! How insulting is it?
Yeah, I can't do it, man. I'm in the work van driving today. Fucking having banter and that. My mate's the same. You know, he's quite like into all this political shit and that. And fucking keeps an eye on what's going on. News comes on, and this is where we were first hearing about old Jim Radcliffe in his apology. And then afterwards, they had like people ringing in, right? And they were like, "Oh, mate, it disgusted me, yeah. That like, you know, when I talk about deportations, that also, because people say you're racist, that also includes any white British people that hate this country. They should also be deported. Like,
where to where?
The Bermuda Triangle, for all I care. I couldn't care less. Where?
No, you've got to be sensible when you
listen.
Give an answer. It's got to be sensible. You can't just say silly stuff.
Come on, these people are.
Yeah, I can give an answer. You just won't like it.
Yeah, go on.
South Georgia. That's south of the Falklands Islands. I believe that should be the place where you process all these illegal arrivals. They all know that they're going straight to South Georgia. That's the first thing. And if these lib cucks, soy fuckers love it so much, they can go and join them.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not even trying to. You say it's just no. Seriously, these fucking communist horrible bastards that genuinely despise their own country and that like it really fucking infuriates me. It really does, man. Like, how can you?
Well, a lot of them have been indoctrinated. To be fair,
Listen, no jokes. Name me another country or another race or anything, yeah, where you're going to be told that you should be fucking ashamed of your heritage and your culture and your.
no, I
race.
totally get it. I agree with you. I'm not against you. I agree with
It's
you.
only against us. Like there's 3 people in like I swear to God, they'd take out and they'd all be happy, and that would probably be us, America, and Israel.
Oh yeah, the left are so mad that if right-leaning people got killed, they'd be probably having parades and saying, "Oh, it's brilliant," and celebrations and saying they killed the racists because that's what they think we all are. Yeah, they're mental.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like like it says punch a Nazi, and you go up to him and you say, "Do you seriously think I'm a Nazi?" And they go, "Yeah." I said, "Well, why don't you fucking punch me then? If you think I'm a Nazi, punch me." They haven't got the bollocks to punch you. But like, for example, if the right and left actually kicked off, especially in America, give that as an example, it'll just be an absolute bloodbath. It would be an absolute bloodbath.
It would, yeah.
I don't know what the left think in America. I really don't, because all these protests against ICE, if they actually banned middle-aged white liberal women, there would be no one at the protests. There'd be no one. There's no huge diversity at the protest. There's not loads of black Americans there or anything. They're not involved in any of these protests because it's bollocks. They understand a lot of them.
I don't know. Anyway, it's been nice coming up to chat with you. I'm off, and I'll speak to you again. It's nice to see you again, Based. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, nice one.
I'll see you, Chips.
Yeah. Take care.
Good
Bye.
job, you all.
Have a good time. Have a good time.
Give us a sec. We'll just put some food down for the dog. Yeah, have some food and chill out. But yeah, other than that though, Welshie, all good, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, yeah, my dog's ill again. He's not ill. He's fine, but he's passing blood and stuff now, so it's not great.
Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah.
But he seems fine at the moment. But yeah, he's passing a bit of blood. So
Yeah,
not brilliant.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben.
Dogs are just like your kids, man. I have 2. Got an English bulldog and a little. It's not even a year old yet. I got him like back end of last year. A little black, Patterdale Terrier cross Jack Russell.
Oh yeah.
Little Mongol dog in it.
Oh.
I want to get. You know what it was? I had the English bulldog, and like, I wanted a dog that I could just throw in the car and like take with me, like out even filming and stuff. Yeah, but the English bulldog will walk for like 20 minutes, half hour, mate, and he's like proper heavy breathing. Like, yeah, he don't like going for too far of a walk. Like, do you know what I mean?
So you got to keep that. You got to keep the weight down there, though. That's the biggest thing with them. You got to keep the weight down. Sadly,
Yeah.
It's so easy to feed and treat, isn't it? Because they're little fucking beggars, isn't they?
Yeah. So I just thought, you know what? I'm gonna get myself another little small dog, man. Just like I'm just gonna get myself a little mongrel dog, I thought, and just
get a Boston.
No, like I said, I've already got it now, bro. A little Patterdale across Jack Russell, just pure little black thing and that with a little white chest. And he's proper energetic, you know, like likes fucking going for loads of walks, will fucking run around for ages and shit. So it's kind of like, yeah, sweet. Tiny enough to just chuck on. He's even got his own little car seat, mate. That I got him.
Oh, God's sake.
Yeah, he's got a little... It's so I can attach him to it, you know. Because
that
still
makes
young,
sense.
Still young.
You've got to get a front handlebar seat. I got mine. It looks ridiculous, it does, but it works.
Mm.
That's right, man. A little car seat and that works well. There was a protest in Wrexham, weren't there? Like, was it like last week before?
I think Yaki done the job on it.
Did he?
Yeah, there's a big drive for him as well. Like, it's fucking. He went to Manchester on Saturday, I think it was, and it's like a 5-hour drive each way.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's actually more for him.
Yeah, there's a few things on this weekend. I just don't know if I'm gonna.
I watched one of his latest video. He was in Cardiff on the weekend, and this copper clocked he had a body cam on and started going down the non-sea route with him.
Yeah.
And, and of course, I know Yaki anyway. Away from the telly, so I see how he dealt with it, and you can see. Yaki pulled back a little bit, but like to carry on his persona and just not a good fucking head first into it. And he goes, he goes, I film everything I do and all that. And he's got a magic screen. And a couple of skis, you film women? He said, I film everything. He's going, he's insinuated. He said, no. He said, I prefer the men I do. He says. And the couple went, oh, what? He said, yeah, I'm into men, I am. This big Welsh accent. And the couple just fucking left it. Just moved away. So all of a sudden, there was some sort of sexual nonsense behaviour. And now he doesn't care. He gives two fucks. And I thought, well played, yeah.
My Walter. Good take, mate. All right. Your dog
You
my
see-
dog ain't Patty, mate. He ain't taking nothing off your dog. Thank you very much.
You've seen some of his content, haven't you? You've seen some of his content, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, some of it.
Yeah, mate, he's a legend, man. Like, when I went down to Bristol, I had a little drive down by myself to Bristol and that. I didn't even really think he'd be there, to be honest. I should have, because it's not really far from, Wales and that. And, yeah, he was funny that day, man. Just proper legend and that. The way he deals with the police, and that's quite funny, some of it.
Yeah, his voice is very distinctive, a bit like AB's. So if you hear his voice, you know it's Yaki. Because when I first met him, I heard his voice and I just turned around and I went, Yaki! He looked and smiled at me. So, yeah, that's how we. If anyone hasn't seen Yaki Dar, have a look at some of his content. Just go to the most popular stuff. That's the best thing to do.
Because there's like a lot of people, I actually do want to start going and just, I mean, it might be pointless. Some people will say, it's pointless. But I was thinking about going and doing some of the old, like, traditional, if you like, audits, police audits and things. And I was thinking, like, one place that hasn't been touched in ages is Wales. I never really see that being done enough. Like, there's people there, but it's not being done nowhere near enough compared to...
The only one I see who does Wales is the Gwent auditor.
Yeah, I think South Wales Police somehow they're quite clued up with auditors. Normally,
Pigville, they had no choice but to get clued up, did they? Really? Let's be honest.
Are you talking about that kid they arrested and they put his phone in his pocket, recorded? Remember that?
Oh, mate, listen. To this day, even if he
that was crazy. That was crazy,
bro. It was probably still one of the best exposés in auditing. Really, it was accidental, but I mean, it was TV gold. He was that infuriated. He was that furious, yeah. That he didn't even think about whether he was live streaming, recording. Like, he just put it in his pocket and just then, like, absolutely abused the kid. Absolutely abused him.
From contact to arrest was like 23 seconds. Right? He just slapped the phone in the pocket.
I remember when he was on the phone to the Crown prosecution, and he was like trying to say, like, he was talking about the auditors and that, yeah, and he was saying like, because the reason he come down so hard on him was because, can you remember the auditing gentleman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd been there a couple of weeks before,
yeah.
And it kind of went off, and that certain copper got fucking absolutely abused in and this is what he sat there telling all CPS and that, and basically like CPS were basically saying that they're not gonna like give it they can't, and he was even kicking off with them. It was hilarious.
Yeah, just for the viewers, right? He then just went inside with his kid, who, by the way, I'm not going to mention it.
Most of these people probably don't even know what we're on about. Well, shit.
Yeah, so he's definitely slow or autistic, and it was quite obvious the kid wasn't
all there.
Well, he wasn't a normal kid. He could be really talented in ways, but he was definitely on the spectrum somewhere. And yeah, this copper basically starts torturing him. He was like sticking him in restraints and stuff. It was fucking beyond. The kid was crying.
I have that footage, man. That audit.
Yeah, it's somewhere. It's somewhere. I'm not going to mention his name. If you mention Merthyr Police Station and then put down like assault inspector, I think you might find it. It's crazy. But he was putting him in torture. He was putting him in pressure point like torture things. He was like,
Inspector Dean Ghettos. I even remember his name, Inspector Dean Ghettos.
I went to Newport Court to do a report from there to try and film him, and this scally lad came up to me and offered me outside the fucking Newport Court in front of fucking security and police. I said, "Oh, my dog." Who was I with? Oh, who's that guy? That it wasn't him. Who was I with? I was with Rightful Recording. So I said, "Oh, my dog." Oh, my dog. This kid was about 5'2". I didn't, but I had to get the dog off me because this little fucking terror was like screaming he's gonna knock my head off. I thought, hold up a minute, because I was filming. Wow. The usual thing, if you'd just walked away, you wouldn't have been fucking noticed.
Oh, it was mad though, yeah. That was mad, that Merthyr Tydfil thing. It really was. Like, He called him a retard. I think he was choking him out. I think the rest of the people...
choking him out. He was choking him out.
Yeah, he was choking him out, I think. He was saying, like, I can't breathe, right? You could hear it. And then everybody, like, who was in the custody suite, so to speak, copper-wise, you could hear them all laughing in the background as this was all happening. Yeah. Like, it was mad. It was proper crazy, man, at the time. Like, to be honest, it was just like, wow. Like, and he didn't even realise. So it's like, it's caught all of that, then obviously stopped at some point, and then they've literally gone and give that evidence back to the kid. like the coppers and that, like, don't even realise what they've just done. Here, kid, here's your phone back, mate. He's gone off, and obviously he's got just this golden footage of fucking Mr. Inspector Dean Ghettos absolutely abusing a young kid. I think he was about 16.
Yeah, he was. So there's a...
About.
Yes, so Long Island Audits, one of the best in America. He's done a Attorney Shield. Him, Lackluster, who's another auditing channel. He does reviews on audits. But what it is, have you heard about this? So what it is, it's called Eternity. Can't say the words. It's like Solicitor Shield, basically. And what they do, you pay a monthly prescription or a yearly prescription, and if you ever get any contact with the police, you ring up straight away, and then you have a solicitor on hand, and that's all you've got to do is when you ring the number up, you put your personal code in, and what happens is that the phone can't be disconnected unless you put the code in. So what the copper gets the phone sometimes. He said, let me speak to the solicitor, and he's going, yeah. He's going, yeah. Well, it doesn't work like that, love. And he goes to put the phone down, and he can't put the phone down because it won't go down. So what they've now found out is the copper used a soft reset to kill it. So they're going to update their Attorney Shields thing so that can't happen. But isn't that hilarious? Really good system. I can see these coppers are fucked because they've actually literally got a qualified solicitor at the end of a face call, and everything's recorded.
What I want to know, is, and God forbid it happens, like, I can't be advocating for silly stuff and all of that, but let's say when it all goes proper west in this country, I wonder where the police are going to stand then. Like,
God knows.
I mean, what, they're just going to carry on doing their so-called job? Like, I mean, they're going to have, like, choices to make, aren't they? It's no longer going to be like the average day at work. They're like, I don't know, either may be forced to, like, really truly pick a side. Some will say they already have. I can see evidence for that argument, for sure.
So can I.
They picked a side years ago, especially over COVID. So.
Oh, mate, the minute they're trying to dish out fines and stopping people in the street,
It was pathetic, that was.
Definitely showed themselves.
Well, in my case, stopping me in the park twice.
I mean, I thought you was allowed to take dogs for a walk.
You were, but they said because I drove my car to the park that I was contravening. Well, that's all I had to say. Was I went to the shop.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. I went to the shop because if you go to the shop, you can take the car.
Question for you, Welshie. Do you think they could ever pull that, or would pull that trick on us again?
Yes, they definitely will, 100%. Look, it was a test, and we failed. Okay, we failed.
Yeah,
that would definitely do it again.
I sometimes think that, like, and again, I'm not even trying to put like anyone down for what they're doing, like speaking out, like myself. I'm not doing any of that, but you sometimes wonder, like, can't really fucking beat the system, so to speak, can you? Much as you might want to.
Yeah, I mean, you can, but sadly,
I think people
we failed.
One, Welshie. Like I said, like hearing people today go on about how should we be or do we get taught enough at school about how the British colonized everywhere, etc., and how bad this history actually is. And I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't coming from foreign people either. It was coming from, like, I guess people that would like to call themselves British at least. So yeah, it's kind of one of them. I'll get my back up because it's just like, you know what? If you actually hate the country that much that you can get offended by a fucking flag being flown, and you look at that flag and the first thing that comes to mind is racist, rather than actually what is more present than that representation, if you like, if it was such a thing. What's more present than that and more recent is that flag representing stopping slavery. It's very funny that, like, they don't remember the flag for that, but they remember it for so-called something else. It's like
12,000 British souls died to stop this slavery trade in the Atlantic.
Well, as I keep saying, and it sounds like I'm trying to be harsh with it, but I'm not saying that back in the day, many years ago, that this little tiny island, it's kind of built up. It kind of conquered pretty much most of the world. And although with that will come like barbaric shit, especially back then compared to what we would expect in society now, that shit's just like I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it, but
look, it's really simple. You shouldn't be ashamed. What happened then?
Of course you shouldn't, but again,
happened because guess what? Spain were doing it, Portugal were doing it, Holland were doing it. There was loads of countries taking countries around the world, and that's what happened then.
Yeah, kind of was any though, Welshie, is the fact that there may have been stuff that we see as barbaric now, but you can't tell me that a lot of these countries, they'll say you stole from our land, this, that, etc. You're telling me that we didn't go to most of these places and give them every chance to fucking prosper and do well? Like,
well,
you give a lot of that shit back, and now these places have gone to shit. That's not our fault. That's not our fault. But some of you might be like degenerates.
Well, I mean, if you look at where we've been in the world, a lot of places, don't find it hard. There's 52 countries in the world that are in the Commonwealth. So, they were previously, conquered by us, but they seem quite happy. And a lot of places like, Algeria, there was part of the British Empire. It turns to shit. A lot of these countries, look at India. I mean, they're basically using the same railway system as they did 200 years ago.
Yeah.
It's, I spent time in South America, in Uruguay and Argentina. And Argentina, the central capital, they're like Greater London. The architecture over there is fucking unreal. It was the second richest country in the world for a very long period. It was literally the Monaco of South America. And once again, loads of British architecture, the trains again, and the drains over there, it's all British. It's all British engineering. And, they've kept it all. Or they've definitely kept it. There's lots of good that we did out there because they've kept it.
This is what I'm saying, man. It just really pains me to hear, bro. It's like, seriously, where I don't get it. What I don't sit here and be like, yeah, our government's amazing. Fuck them. But our country, our country, our people, like, they're good fucking people, man. And like, like for instance, I'm in Blackpool. A conversation's being had that I'm kind of listening in on. Somebody else has kind of got themselves this kind of bit of footage, right? So I'm going to jump in on that. So I'm just listening. And it got something, the guy said something to this girl about British culture. And she comes out and goes, British culture? She's like, Britain don't have no culture. And the culture it does have, they stole from around the world. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, where did you learn this? She was like, we learn it at school. Look, like you learn it as early as school. And I'm just like, and there you are.
What the fuck?
Indoctrination right there. Like,
it's so funny when they say shit like that, using the English language to say it as well. It's like, if you look at a universal language, English is a very useful language. I know Mandarin is very useful for the Far East because there's loads of people there. But if you look at English, if you spoke Mandarin and English and you would run around the world, you would want to speak fucking English.
See, I think I asked this before you joined the panel. I asked you the question. What do you think of Jim Radcliffe's comment during his?
I think it's feeling the way he spoke is the feeling of the vast majority of the UK.
I'll agree with you.
Now, I mean, what were the words they got a problem with? Is it invasion or conquer? What they got a problem with? Well, one of the I don't care the words he used. I'm not a tone police.
He said England, Britain's being colonised by migrants.
Yeah, colonized. Okay. Yeah, I don't give a. I don't care. I'm not a tone police sort of geezer. He's right. Everyone knows he's fucking right. That's why the fucking left are fucking screaming and screeching. It's because he's right.
Okay. So I guess because I agree, right? But what I'm saying is, so do we? Because I think fair play to him for saying that. But then I think you're an absolute tosser for agreeing to apologise publicly for it, because now,
Correct.
as soon as you apologise for something, you apologise because you're admitting to
it. It never works. It never works. It's never enough.
It's like
you could apologise.
If something goes on now and someone says, "Oh, you owe Welshie an apology," regardless of whether I think I do or not, if I apologise to you, then that is by apologising, you are accepting that I'm wrong.
Yeah, but it's different when it's a 1-to-1. What's happening here is he's now bowing down to the mob. Right, that's the difference. So we can be wrong, and we should be able to admit we're wrong. But even if you are wrong, but you're bowing down to the mob, you should never bow down to the mob because it's never enough.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
Never enough. He could literally be Muslim and do this shadow or whatever, right? And they would still fucking curse him out.
Yeah. They'll always want more.
Yeah, they always want more. It's never enough. And that's the thing with these people. So you should never give an inch.
Yes.
He shouldn't have said. He shouldn't have said it if he basically he's been pressured with business and shareholders and all that sort of shit. He's now got to fucking eat his words. He should have had the balls to speak a bit more articulately. If he'd have spoken a bit more articulately, said it in a correct manner, he could have got away with saying the same message. But that's what I would have done if I was him. I'd have chosen my words carefully, and that way, then you know.
Okay, so what's the definition of colonised?
I'll have to have a look at it.
But, I know, right? I know. I'm asking a genuine question without looking.
Oh yeah, well, colonised, I suppose, would be to go into the country, take it over by the government, and maybe to drain the resources from the country. Which draining the resources is what the UK, Spain, Belgium, Portugal, they all did, and that's what it was. That's what it was about.
No, they're still taking resources. They're just in a different way. We might have taken but they're just taking services, that you ain't getting anywhere else in the world, man. That was the whole point of being British. We're lucky we got what we got, but that what we got for our people, I don't think was ever designed to facilitate internationally. It weren't. It was so the strain now that must have on all. I just don't think people. When we sit here and say the housing crisis, this, that, I actually think it's far worse than we even realise. I genuinely it's far worse than we even realise. The statistics.
Well, some people say there's literally 5 million more. There's at least 5 million more than they say there is in the country, and they can prove it via the water. Did you know that?
No.
How much waste is in the water? They can sort of give an estimation of it. What's that? How? I don't know how, but they.
No, I said
How? Or how?
No, I said I got what you mean.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly how they do it, but they do it via water. So they examine the water and they can sort of tell somehow. But you have to Google it. But yeah, I mean, there is far more people than they say there is in the country, and we've got to keep on building. At least, I think we're building about 2,500, and we've got to build 3,500 a year. And we're never building those numbers, which is, I mean, for example, in America now, because between self-deporting and deporting, there's I don't know the exact number, but I think over 1 million have gone, and rent is going down in these high immigrant areas. Well, of course it's going to go down because demand's gone down. So, you know, and all these things that we always say, like there's more people willing to buy a £2,000 house, £2,000 car, than a £30,000 car. Yeah, there's been much more takers. And like you said, if, for example, there's more people that need two-bed houses, then there's going to be the prices on two-bed houses are going to go up, and it's obvious to everyone. And you know, when I heard it in America that in some places rent's going down, well, yeah, that makes sense because you haven't got your neighbourhood full of illegals that are just putting the prices up for everyone else, and that goes down with the jobs, that goes down with everything.
That's what I mean. There's no incentive for them at the top to make sure there's housing for everyone.
Well, no. And like you said, supply and demand. You know, if there's less people looking for these apartments now, then prices are going to go down. Well, that's got to be good for the people at this stage, because.
Another thing that annoys me, I was saying it, I think last night, yeah, is like every year your council tax goes up.
Yeah.
Taxes go up, right? Now, I look around at the services and they've only ever got worse year by year. I don't see any. So where I don't understand how everybody got into this place where everybody pays this amount of money in council tax, right? And we're all just basically being robbed. You're all being robbed. You're literally just giving somebody, like handing over, taking someone to the cash point, man, handing a load of money over to them. Because where that money's meant to go into the pot that's then meant to create, you know, a better society, better community, etc., better services. Where are they? They've all diminished. They've all diminished while charging us more and more. Like, like some places in the country, you can't even get bin men to empty fucking bins anymore. Right.
Well, yeah, they will reduce it to every 3 weeks and stuff. And you think it was every 2 weeks. Now it's every 3 weeks. It's like only 2 bags per house. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. How are you meant to do this? Like,
yeah. How's this going to work? For example, my sister, if they got a 2 bags rule, and lucky enough, he gets on with the bin men. He gives them Christmas presents and stuff. Right? Because my brother-in-law understands that you want to look after the bin man because of this 2 bin rule. So he uses like really large bags, and they're not supposed to take him, but they take him every time because you know he looks after them. But it's like the bin men don't want it. What you know? Why are you putting this on the bin men? You know, because basically you're making them front line. Before they're doing good. Now they're going to say, "Oh, your bins are too big, so we can't take them." They're pissing you off clearly. It's just nonsense.
But
obviously,
like I say, mate, I just don't get it. Like, Duke's kind of touched on it earlier about like what she deems as a riot compared to before, and like
they were riots. They were riots.
I think they were
definitely riots.
Yeah, I think they're all definitely riots. Yeah, listen, the ones years ago may have been considerably worse. Again, too young to know, to be honest with you.
They were just worse riots.
But again, like people were willing to go out then, though. What? Not again. I'm not advocating for people to commit violence, but like, why does everyone just? It was happening on the panel last night. People were like, "Oh yeah, well, if they're going to do this with like the TV license, if they're going to do this, how we can do this and how we might." And I'm like, why are you all looking for like a way of like settling? Like, no. Well, how about just don't be taking the piss out of anymore? Like, we've been taking the piss out of for far too long. Our generosity's been taken the fucking piss out of for far too long. Right? And it's like that whole mentality of, but no, I'm sorry. It might sound a bit ruthless, but that's just the way it's got to be.
Exactly.
No. Like, don't know, man. It's some crazy times we're living in for sure. I wouldn't even care too much. Yeah, I'm like in my adult life now. Like, if it keeps going on a downward spiral, I might be old. I might see some of the shit that's going to hit the fan, or I might not. But I've got young children, and that worries me. Like, even like I'm constantly having to worry about what they're teaching my kids at school. Like, are they teaching them this? Are they that? Like, so I'm going to let you in on like something now. Yeah. So, basically, at one of my child's schools, they were going to do a trip to a Gurdwara, which is, I believe, like a Sikh temple. And by the way, I have no issues with Sikhs or anything like that. Yeah.
They're nice people.
Hang on, let me just bring Big G on.
What's up, Big G?
What's up, bro? So, anyway, find out anyway. There's this school trip going on. They're learning. They're basically they've been invited on a trip to this Gurdwara. As you read a bit further down, it says though they must cover their head with a headscarf, and they must have no shoes on. Now, the shoes thing, perfectly fine. I'd expect my children to go in someone's house and take their shoes off, so that's not a problem. But it was just the way it was like they must, even though you're inviting a load of very young children. And two, like, no offense, but why in a school where there's not very many, to be fair, of I don't think really, not massive numbers where you'd need to educate people in that way. Why, if you're doing about religious stuff, why is my child first and foremost not learning about Christianity? Yeah,
Exactly.
like, so we made the decision that like I weren't going to let her go. I just said like I don't want to go in. I don't want to go in. I ain't being funny, but like I'm not cool with it, to be honest. And I was sat there thinking, am I being a bit like out of order and that? Anyway, it turns out that this whole trip's been cancelled because, like, it's by the sounds of it, most parents have all said, nah, my child ain't going to that.
Yeah.
And I think that spoke volumes again, that people are like, hang on a minute. First and foremost, my child is at a British school at a very early age. Why is the very first thing she's not being taught about is her own culture and background, right? Like, surely that's the way how it was when we were at school, right?
Exactly.
You learn basics from an early age, and then obviously as the older you get, you learn the same stuff, but you just learn it in a more progressed way.
So let's flip the script. You know, you can flip the script with color instead of white and black. Just flip the script and say, let's go to India, West, you know, Sikhism, and they say, also all the Sikh kids, let's go to a Christian church and let's see what they get up to.
It's funny. I know exactly what you're going to say, and it's funny because I said to the missus at the same time as saying, like, look, you're going to have to tell the school she ain't going. I said, to be fair, I said, don't think if it was the other way round that there wouldn't be people from other religions, if they were going to a Christian church, they would turn around and say they're not going. Guarantee they definitely would. Anyway, the missus comes back and tells me that there's one child there of, I think, like Muslim religion. And guess what? Parents not sending them because it's not a religion. I'm like, point made. Like, this is what I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm not going to be made to feel bad, or don't frown upon me. But the teacher did. One of the teachers actually pulled my missus at the end of the day when she was picking up the kids and said, oh, excuse me, can I ask, like, why she's not going? And it was like, missus was just straight up like, yeah, because I'm not happy, like, with her head and that being covered. Like, oh, well, she can wear maybe a cap. We can request if she can wear a cap. Like, no. You're inviting young children to go somewhere, but telling them they must do something. Either invite a load of children, but don't expect them to. Like, I understand it's a place of worship, but it's not their culture, so they shouldn't be forced into doing that, right? Yeah. So we, like I say, we said no, and it turns out they've come up with another reason, the school, as for why the trip's not happening. But word has it around school that actually it's because loads of kids ain't actually going. All the parents have said no to it.
Christian Nation, you study fucking Christianity at primary school. Fuck that.
That's what it should be, isn't it? I'm not
Like,
saying don't touch on other things. Like me and the missus said, like if they want to teach them about like Gurdwaras and other people's cultures in the classroom, that is actually perfectly fine. Do you know what I mean? Can't say anything wrong with that. But don't start taking them to like their places of worship and telling them that they must cover their head and stuff, because that's not her faith. That's not what she does. So for her to do that, she could potentially be going against her own faith. See what I'm saying?
It's early indoctrination. That's what it is. It's early indoctrination, isn't it? Earlier the better.
Yeah. As I say, I speak to you away from YouTube, yeah. And like my daughter and that she asks like about God. She's only young, so she don't like properly understand it. It's not like, but she asked me about God. She's quite interested in it. But yet, this school, the first thing she's learning in religious education is about a faith that she has.
It's foreign. It's foreign.
It's foreign. She has no connection with it.
Yeah.
It's.
You shouldn't have been made to feel bad and either, Bear. End of the day, that's your beliefs. That's how you want to bring your child up. It's not up to the teachers or the school. It's up to you and your missus as parents.
Of course, the hardest thing is, like, what was annoying about it as well was the school told the children first. And of course, when a teacher's telling the young children that it's a trip, yeah, an educational trip, the kids just see it as a trip. So when I'm having to try and explain to my daughter that also, she's autistic, right? So for certain things, she can register and stuff differently from, like, let's just say your average person a little bit, especially with her emotions and stuff. And that was what bothered me the most, was like, she thinks I'm being evil here. Like, there was a part where, like, she's just seeing it as a trip. She don't understand. And that annoyed me, because I thought if you'd have come to the parents first, put consent forms out, which is how, again, it used to be done. You used to get a letter, you'd take it home to your parent, it'd have a slip at the bottom, they'd sign it, you'd take it back in. That was the consent form to say, etc., etc. We're taking your kids out of school, we're doing this, that, and the other. None of that now. Well, let's tell all these young kids before and then tell the parents later on. And it's like, that's, again, I'm not comfortable with that. My children are not at an age where they can make decisions for themselves. So therefore, you need to be coming to me and not my child about certain things. And
that's done on purpose. That's done on purpose, and it's the wrong way around.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. I was at the school, Welshie, a few weeks ago. I think G knows about this because I was fucking absolutely shocked. I've finished work. He says to the missus, "I tell you what, I'll go pick the lad up, etc." Gone and picked him up from his class, and they had something going on. Now, I think it might have been around Christmas time, yeah. So people are saying, don't be silly. But now, for me, it weren't on you. So they open the door to bring all these kids out. There's like 4 female teachers, 3 female teachers, all with like Christmas jumpers on. But other than that, G, you got a massive echo.
Oh, sorry, dude. Hold on then.
They were all dressed normally, just with Christmas jumpers on, all fine. Then there's a teacher at the school that they have that's gay, which again is fine, which is perfectly fine. However,
why do you know that? Why do you know? Why do the kids need to know that?
No. It's like, I'm not saying the kids know that. I'm telling you, I picked up very quickly that he is, yeah. Okay. Which again is fine, right? However, he's the one that opens the door, and as he comes to the door, all like flamboyant, mate. He's got like a full set of makeup on. He's dressed up like a drag queen.
All the kids know. All the kids know.
No, hang on. And people are trying to say, but it was Christmas and it could have been a. Listen, there were 4 female teachers there that day that could have all dressed up, slapped loads of makeup on, put glamorous things on. No problem. But you've literally all day been prancing around like this, like I've just seen you open this door, and you've been acting like this, I imagine, all day around my kids, dressed as like a Team Mew version of Lily Savage. Like, I'm telling you, bro, it pissed me off, to be honest. Like,
Not right, man. It's not right.
The thing is, I'm in my 50s. I never knew what my teacher's private life was about or anything. Guess what?
Exactly.
They don't need to know that. They don't need to know that you went on Grindr dates and got fucking fisted. No one wants to know that, you cunt. Or I'm sure he doesn't say that per se, but no one wants to know anyway. No one wants to know. Just fucking. Do you know what I mean? That you're with kids all day. You know, all these pride flags and all this shit. It's like, what the fuck's that got to do with anything?
No.
Yeah.
And listen, it could have been, but I just didn't. I'll be honest, I didn't feel there was four, like I say, 4 female teachers in around the kids that could have done that, but yet he's all kind of. And I just think that's, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm a bigot. Maybe I'm a fascist. Maybe I'm a Nazi. You know, who knows? But for me, I don't feel comfortable with that. Like, it's not something I personally would expose my children to. Yeah.
It's always going to be hard when your kids are involved.
Just you know what it is? I was speaking to someone the other day about this. Yeah. Listen, you know, children are not sexualized. Yeah. Children are not sexualized.
No, nope.
They're not. In no way. We've got a 12-year-old boy. Yeah. To be honest, as far as I'm aware, anyway, I'm not saying he don't keep stuff from us, but he's just he's just into like games and like all this girl stuff. He ain't even still at 12 interested in it. So when I've got kids around the age of like 5, 6, and that this stuff's also being pushed on, that it's strange, man. Yep. It's very strange.
Like, Walker, isn't it?
What I'm saying is, kids ain't sexualized. They're just not. So anybody that starts then talking about sex and these things that aren't running through that, it's not a normal process for the average child to be thinking about those things at that age. They're just they're completely oblivious to it. Most innocent people. And you're
yeah, we got some big action coming on here.
But yeah, I just think, come on, man. That's just my opinion, like, you know, my beliefs.
Well, it should be fiction, it, man. This lefty walkery shit drags. Honestly, if it was my kid, mate, I would have probably filled him in. I would. What are you doing? Getting dressed up like a fucking drag.
Yeah, and then what you got to remember is everyone see that video, of Tommy approaching the mix, the so-called mix. It was new to me. I've not heard mix. You seen that, Welshie? Yeah.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I'll give you my.
Cheslin Hay. If I get in my car now, Cheslin Hay is probably, I don't know, a 10 minute drive. It's probably about a 10-minute drive, maybe just over. Yeah. If they're teaching that shit there, don't tell me that shit ain't happening like in the.
Well, if you're dressing like that, I mean, it left the house and Tommy approached it, and I thought to myself, well, you fucked up there, Tommy, because you got the get out of jail free card there, the front door, and then it just walked off, and he started like talking away and getting into the groove, and it went all the way around the block. And then it went back into the house. I thought, what a retard! you could have got out of that after about 5 seconds because he literally was at your doorstep. But no, for some reason, you locked your door and went around the block.
It was quite funny.
And then went back to the house. And I thought, okay, that didn't work out for you, did it? Because basically, I thought the game was up. I thought you've gone too early. Basically, that's what I thought. You know, Tommy had gone too early. You know, because the door was basically open when he spoke to it.
But yeah, I say leave the kids alone, man. Leave the kids alone. Let them be kids.
Yeah.
Let them grow up. Kids grow up to be gay. Guess what? they're gay.
That's my choice.
It's like, so you know, it's not the end of the world anymore. Like, no one has to get like, you know, just let kids do what they do. Like, don't be pushing stuff that anyone going through a kid's thought process right now, and yet you're going to try and push that shit on them. You're the one sexualizing a child at that point. And it sounds like, oh, that's a big statement to make, but it's the truth. Kids aren't sexualized. So the minute you're putting that shit in their head, you're the one sexualizing them. And you can't, that's just the top and bottom of it. I think that's very strange behavior for any adult to want to do that.
Yeah, it is. He's a school teacher.
That's what fucking parents are for, man. Like, anything like that my children need to know, I'll teach them about.
While we're on the hot topics, my opinion, I think, is changing when it comes down to the trans bathrooms and sports. I think it's come to come to the stage in life where we've just got to say, if the stupid cows, and when I mean the stupid cows, I mean these liberal women, want this to happen, I fucking allow it. If they want to if they think a female should go in the ring with a man, right, then allow it, right? If they think that a female should compete against a fucking male swimmer, then allow it. At this stage, fuck them. They've had enough time to wake up. If they want to get undressed when they go swimming in front of a guy with a meat and two veg, fuck you. At this stage, I think you've literally made your bed and you think you're going to happy to lie on it.
Mate. I'm starting to get concerned. Oh, well, I'm going to have to ask you the question, mate, and I hope you give me the correct answer. Can a man get pregnant?
No.
Oh, go on.
My opinion on the ideology and what objective reality hasn't changed. But I'm just at the stage where I'm thinking, well, if you think that you want to get changed next to a man when you go swimming or do gym, or well, at this stage, I think fucking allow it.
Oh no, I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite way, mate.
But I'm tired. I'm tired.
Yeah, but that's fine for the ones
that. I know, but I'm just but I think they should live it a little bit now. I think they should live it a little bit. In fact, all really average male sports people, club athletes, whether it's in cycling, judo, swimming, whatever single sex sports there is, I want all average males to identify as a lass and join up and beat the girls in the girls only sports. I think it should be open. Everyone should do it. I think there should literally be a huge
there's objective reality. Objective reality, mate. You can't just condone or appease someone's mental health, because that's what it is. It's mental health.
Are you listening? Are you listening to what I'm saying, or are you not listening to what I'm saying?
No, I am listening to what you're saying. You're basically advocating and opening the door for it to progress further. I'm saying no. They shouldn't even be allowed to do the ops. They shouldn't even be allowed to do the ops at all.
Yes, I agree with your position. My position hasn't changed. I'm just telling them now that there's too many women out there with nose rings and piercings in their face where it shouldn't be, that think that a man that's 6'4" in a dress with hairy legs is allowed to change next to biological females. Now, I'm just saying, well, suck it up now. Suck it up now. I want all women's sports to get dominated by men as well. Because I'm not being funny. These women that want this are part of the patriarchy. They actually want women to be in female-only spaces. I'm just going to say, suck it up for a while. Let's see how it goes on.
That's you, Mounty.
So you'd put men in with women in a boxing ring, let them get cracking.
Yes, I would. Because now Because let's be honest about it, these liberal women want men in female sports. That's what they want. This is how inverse the world is at the moment. I'm just saying, fucking suck it up then. I want all women to get beat in female-only sports, and of course, it can be done by average club athletes, most probably in a lot of cases, not in all cases. But
I
that very famous swimmer, Leah Thomas, was like 450 in male swimming, and then it won one race by 11 seconds. How can you beat the record by 11 seconds and call yourself a fucking lass?
Exactly.
Yeah, I want to know where this ideology kind of stems from. Like obviously, listen, trans has probably always existed, of course, but like you see it now, and how everyone's just like, so I don't know. You literally, people will be like, oh yeah, a man can get pregnant. It's like it doesn't.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
I know they dumbed society down, but I didn't think it was that dumbed down. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
The thing is, 20 years ago, these operations didn't even exist. So the trans to me is not even a thing. It's not even a concept. You know, previously, before they was allowed to do these operations, you are who you are, and then you'd probably be actually gay.
So
you
were a cross-dresser, right? So you would still maybe be someone that would like to go outside your house in women's clothes, identifying with a different name, trying your best to live like this female persona, right? That's what a trans would have been then, right? Because like you say, these operations and stuff didn't exist. So before then what? Then what? Do you see what I'm? So you're right. Like, it's kind of questionable, right? This is what I'm trying to say. It's definitely been in recent years as well, like a big push with it.
Has anyone seen what these operations are involved and what happens? Like,
yes,
because basically they take skin from like a male's leg and stuff, and they turn it into like a wizard's sleeve.
Bro, someone showed me a fucking video of someone being operated on, and
Exactly, I can imagine.
Honestly,
oh, sorry, I was on about male to female wizard sleeve, but yeah, I mean it's horrendous on every angle.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
And I even go as far as even you get these people. Well, once you're over 18 and once you're an adult, you can do whatever you want. No, you can't. No, there's a thing called objective reality. You are who you are. You are born in that body. You shouldn't be allowed to have these operations at all, unless it was an absolute medical emergency.
It's satanic.
You become a lifelong medical patient. By the way, you literally you need medical care from that moment until the day you're in the box. So that's the reality to that as well. You know, whether it's medication or regular operations and stuff. I mean, if you're making a hole inside your system, you've got to stick a tool in there to keep it open and shit. It's the whole thing is. And it all gets infected. I've seen some fucking infection things, and it's something you don't want to witness yourself to. It's like the old days.
We can't live in a world, Welshie, yeah. Because if we do that, if we allow people to just say I identify as a woman when I'm clearly not, then basically that's dangerous grounds, man. Because basically anyone can say anything, right?
I'm not disagreeing. It's extremely dangerous. I'm just tired now. I'm tired of looking at objective reality. I just want to turn around and say, "Well, suck it up now." And see what you think. Every female sports.
A paedophile, and they go, "Oh, I identify as a paedophile." Oh, that's all right then. You can identify as a paedophile because it's come on, man.
Can you explain to me why a high percentage of young females out there, and I see it with Steve on Edge of the Matrix videos all the time, You'll see 20, 25-year-old girls, 30-year-old girls. They're not like typical students. They're just young girls. And they'll curse him out and they'll technically assault him. This happens on a regular. I'm thinking to myself, well, if that's your attitude and you're part of the patriarchy, because that's what you are, you know, inviting men in female-only spaces, then suck it up. And I do believe that things have got to get worse before they get better. In fact, in the trans debate, the table, the Overton window has moved dramatically to more sense. But you know, it's still out there, and I think that in reality, biological women who have this opinion, it just I can't understand it.
They're probably the same ones that were once screaming for women's rights.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, but it's the opposite. It's patriarchy. It's men's rights. It's literally men's rights. Think of it.
It is actually.
Just stop. Clear your head. It's for men's rights. They're fighting for men's rights. That's what they're fighting for.
It's mental health. They should be all tucked away in a fucking mental asylum. That's where they all should be. Here, go live there for a bit. As soon as you threaten them with being sectioned and whatnot, they'll soon change their mind. And it'll be like, oh yeah, I'm born it right body. Thanks.
No, trans and queers and that for Palestine, bro. What you on about?
I've got no problem with gay people and that at all. The trans part of it,
I like Edge of the Matrix, G, as you know, yeah, and he puts a good argument across that actually this is actually an attack on the gays
really. And lesbians. Gays and lesbians.
It's an attack on them because where once, like, you might have had someone that was a bit feminine growing up, and like some of these people, not all, but some might have then later in life turned out to be gay. What they're doing now, rather than telling them, like, you may possibly be gay or going, they're turning around and saying, oh, you're not gay, you're just in the wrong body.
Oh, so, good.
You know, they are. This is what they've been
and that angle Bears just said makes sense when you look at the implosion or explosion of young people identifying as trans, because the attention they get as well. And like I'll finish off a little bit what Bear was saying. It turns out I think it's like 70% of the people that identify as trans end up being gay. So autistic as well. Autism's quite high on the spectrum, seems to be. But yeah, it is an anti-gay lesbian agenda.
It baffled me. Have you ever seen that trans couple, both of them transition, one to a female and one to a man, and they were together? I'm just like, that is just fucked up, man. That is just absolutely fucked up.
The most pointless exercise, right?
Yeah, it's just weird, man. It's just...
Yeah. Can you imagine making sense of any of that? Especially when you can identify as fucking something else the next day.
I think you're definitely right, though.
But when I see these like mainly US things, so like Liberty Hangout, or they have some other YouTuber that will come in, and then I'll say, "So how do you identify? I'm non-binary." And the other one says, "I'm he, him," and she goes, "Oh, but I identify as gay or something, so we're both lesbians." So I'm like, "What?" I just like, it's just too much. It's too much 4D chess. It's too much to explain. It's too many words. It's like it's too much of a word cocktail down in there. I can't make sense of it. My brain just can't cope with it. You know what I mean?
Even worse, you got those people that like think they're fucking cats and dogs and stuff. Are you going to have plastic surgery to make you into a cat?
Nah, you'd have too much pussy.
Steve done a really good interview with some young people the other day, and it's quite good because it happened quite organically. And they mentioned that was what someone in their school they identified as a cat. And he said, well, why didn't they shit on a literature and let's go out in the night and stuff? And I thought, well played for the 17, 16-year-old kids. And they were all like reasonably sensible.
It is right.
Kids.
Your kid come to you saying, oh, Dad, I identify as a cat. I'll be straight going and getting him fucking some cat litter and a cat, and you're shitting in there from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, seriously, man. Fucking straight up.
I know what you mean.
Shitting in that.
Yeah.
Like, they should be like, oh, you what? Actually, I don't think I'm a cat.
Yeah, it's just a little feeling I went through. Of course, it's all about feels. It's all about feels. It's no objectiveness around it. It's just feels.
It's like I as a kid growing up wanted to be an astronaut, but I didn't go around identifying as one. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, of course.
There was an aspect of going through a little phase of thinking I'm one day going to go to the moon, my little rocket. But I never identified. I never went around saying I'm an astronaut.
I mean, the kids that do jump out the first floor window of the house because they got a Superman outfit on. It's rare, but it does show how kids are easily influenced. Because unless they've had their parents or a guardian next to them to say, actually, no, Jimmy, jumping out the first floor window will not make you fucking fly. Some kids do it, which just proves how easily a child's brain can be influenced.
Yeah, that's why I go for the kids in the fucking first place. That's what I'm saying. At some point, like, you've got this new young generation, or a certain generation, because I think there's also another younger generation than that are actually all starting to turn quite right wing.
Thank God.
There definitely is. I'm noticing it. There's more and more young people, like, kind of not going down the whole leftard route. So it makes you wonder, where did that generation before kind of come from, that they're all fucking nuts?
Well, like I said, it's a bit like the trans thing, a bit like opening up with, like I said, when we were filming them arriving in 2020, literally we were all called all the names under the sun when there was just a handful of us doing it. But there was people there that were awake to it. But like I said, lots of YouTubers. I mean, I remember contacting one YouTuber and said to them, you want to speak to our mate Active? And, he's down your neck of the woods, but he never did. And I understand mushy why he never did.
I'll tell you what, if this crazy fucker that leads the Greens, mate, if he gets in right, I'll tell you what, I'm moving. I am moving because he's a proper lefty fuck down.
He's not getting in anyway. He's just going to split the left vote.
I hope so. Thinking because he's absolutely...
You think it's going to split it, but actually, well, it will, obviously, because there's still people that advocate for Starmer, believe it or not. Insane. But actually, more and more lefties that you do find that you are reasonable and you can get half a conversation out of, ask them who they're voting for. If they were voting today, who they're voting for. All of these so-called Labour voters, they're all talking about going Green Party,
Yeah, it's more of a protest vote when it's the Greens, I believe. I really do. He's so extreme. He's so extreme. But he's so extreme. He really is so extreme that the traditional Labour voters will just float back to Labour when they have a different PM in.
So, who do you think? Who do you think? And I'm not saying you're all for government and stuff, but if you had to select somebody, and I'm not saying a party here, or just an individual to run the country, who would you want that to be?
I
know who I would pick.
Rupert.
Rupert Law.
That's who I would pick. I just didn't want to say and influence the panel, but that's who I'd pick. Rupert Law.
Yeah, so.
He comes with no real baggage. He's not got no baggage. He's not really corrupted like the rest.
I don't care. Because I understand that corruption can be influenced and people can be accused of things and it's not right. It's not actually right, or as we know, the way the law works, the way he was investigated. So yeah, you at some stage you just say I don't give a fuck, and
Rupert Lowe, man. The Rupert Lowe's who you want in. I believe it's the only reason, really. I mean, I don't even know the full details of that, but why did Farage and Lowe even have a bust up in the first place?
God
I mean,
knows.
'cause I feel that Farage would have felt threatened by someone like Rupert Lowe.
yeah.
Yeah, I do. I was thinking the cinema was a bit of a threat. And yeah, okay, if reform got in, you may have got in with the person leading them into power would have been Farage. But then with someone like Rupert Lowe there, I don't think Farage would have lasted long and Rupert Lowe would have come in and took over, I think. That's what I really think. I think he was too much of a threat to Nigel Farage, so it's just easier to be like, yeah, go on, mate.
Yeah, I mean, if it was reform against advance, or I would definitely vote for reform, just simply to put your eggs in one basket. We need to put our eggs in one basket at this stage, and we'll take reform for 4 years.
Yeah, reform's just reform's just a stepping stone. It's just to break the mould from this two-type party politics of Labour Conservative, because they've both been shite.
But basically, vote for. I want to say vote for anyone bar the uni parties: Labour, Conservative, and Liberal. That's it. But if everyone just avoided the three parties, I would be happy with whatever the results are.
They need to burst this Westminster bubble that Labour and Conservatives have created for themselves ever since fucking Blair was in power. He's created the politicians to be career politicians. Now, before Blair, it was never a career politician. It was a vocation. A politician is a vocation. You got to want to do it. It's not a job. To me, there should be no such thing as career politicians. You know, because like I said, they get fired from one job and they get employed in another.
Backbench for 6 months. Yeah, another thing we shouldn't forget about is the Nationalist Party, the so-called Nationalist Party, which are basically globalist parties. Yeah. That's what they are. They don't like being global. They don't like being called a Nationalist Party, even though the Scottish National Party it's got it in the name. They like to be called a globalist party, which is basically what they are. And Plaid Cymru. Without Plaid Cymru, Labour wouldn't have fucking got a government or part of the Senate. They needed Plaid, and these nationalist parties always bow down to the uni parties to help the uni parties out. So they're just as bad, really.
A different topic. I see this raising its head again. There's a chat going about and apparently pushing this suggestion forward again. We've probably all heard of it. People that are on benefits should be forced to pick up litter because the country is obviously in a bit of a state. Look at Birmingham, for example. It's in a right freaking state. Do we all agree that people on benefits or claiming benefits should go around litter picking?
Well, I think prisoners should be going around doing proper services first. First things first, but yeah, I can't see why.
Not everyone that claims benefits, because again, that's like a big umbrella of different people receiving them for different reasons. I think that if you're fully fit and able to go out to work, then I don't see why doing some form of community work, volunteering, if you like, could be seen more as volunteering in order to receive your benefit is a bad thing. Because if you look at the bigger picture, and even if it is just something as simple as litter picking even, right? You're still going to be given a litter picker, still going to be given a load of bags, and you're still going to be trusted to actually go around and go pick that litter up, yeah? So these are all skills and things that you can then put on a CV. And if you're struggling to get a job anything you can put on a CV to help you is a good thing, right?
You got a point there.
So I don't necessarily disagree with that and say, yeah, I don't see a problem with that. Or like, not, oh, right, you need to receive benefits. Right, here's your litter picker. Come back and we'll pay you your benefit. I'm not like they're allowed to use it like where it's you're basically fully working for your dole money, but I don't think there should be a problem with people doing something or contributing to the community, like their local community, that could help them build up some skills to potentially put them back into work. I think that's great.
I think it's just good from a mental health point of view. People play mental health now, and it's because they aren't doing it. There's no social interaction. There's no need to work.
I've got anxiety. Here, mate. Here's the fucking thing. Can't get much anxiety over a bit of litter. Do you know what I mean? Go out and go for a walk. Breathe some of that air in. Get some sunlight on you. Do you know what I mean? Like, come back at the end of the week and you'll be telling me, actually, I'm not depressed. I'm all right. I just done fuck all with myself. So, yeah, I agree, Jim. To say it can't be everyone. And I don't think, like, the minute you receive benefits, I think, like, let's say, for instance, you've been on benefit for a length of time. And, like, then, yeah, right, it's time now where you're going to have to go out and do something, voluntary work, where that voluntary work can then be put on a CV, which could potentially be a new skill to put down on a CV to get you a job. It's that simple, man. That's what I'd say anyway. I don't know if anyone disagrees.
No.
Not just litter picking, charity work, charity shops. Go work in a charity shop.
Yeah, like I say, it could be anything. Like I just think, like, listen, one thing I learned, and I think it was bad then, and it's got to be even worse at this point. So, like, when you're young and you go looking for, like, say, your first job, it's a real fucking struggle for most people. Because guess what? You're putting down no experience in any of this stuff. Which means a company has got to take the time to train you up, potentially put funding into you to put you through certain training. And these companies don't want that. These companies want people that they can just put straight into the job and do the job. There's your fucking pittance at the end of the week. Off you go. And I think that should change. That needs to change.
Definitely.
Yeah, you shouldn't really have anybody. You shouldn't really have anybody working, even somebody that's on minimum wage. If they're working a full-time job, say 40 hours a week, right? They shouldn't be struggling at the end of a month or at the end of a week after being paid. They go out to work. Like, there's people literally on benefits that do better on benefits than some people that work. That kind of system there, I don't think is fair.
Totally agree with you, Ben. Why should people that work and the others that are on benefits, like, go on holidays and shit, and fuck that.
Yeah, I believe, like, some things I'm actually, like, I guess a bit, like, not left-leaning. Well, maybe like, economically, maybe, like, so, this idea of, like, I'd have less reason to be worried about people receiving benefits if it was just British people receiving benefits. Yeah. Like, if everyone needs social housing, I've got no problem for everyone who's from this country being given a fucking house. Like,
yeah, exactly.
And all the opportunity to kind of, like, buy one at a lower rate, etc. We need to do these kind of things to ever make the economy kind of grow again, really, don't we? Everything has to be dropped in price for us ever to get anywhere again. Because the one thing that never happens is the minimum wage never meets up with inflation. Never. Every time inflation happens, all the things go up in price. The like minimum wage goes up, inflation goes up. The prices of things go up, And it's always far more than that pay rise that you get at the end of the year, the end of the tax year.
Yeah, I'm out of here, Bear. Nice one, lads.
All right, mate. Take care,
Nice
bro.
one, Big G.
As well, she.
Nice one, Drag. Nice one,
Take care.
Dragon.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
See ya.
There's Bob.
Love the trigger, bro. But yeah, that's me putting fucking the world to rights again.
Yeah, it's the same every time, isn't it?
What's up, Emery? What's going on?
You got CP backstage, apparently,
Right.
pal.
Oh, but actually, see, this is where I don't even look.
Yo,
Sorry, even it. So I said I was
you
going to
guys
do this,
hear?
yeah, I didn't do it. Like, this was a couple of weeks ago. I said, yeah, we want to start seeing new people come up on the panel, so I'm just going to start picking people off and be like, oi, join the panel. Yeah.
Did you
Just gonna
guys
start
hear?
like, hey, active shooter, come on down. And I got to come up on the panel. Man. You know what I mean?
Say, what, Bear? You do a wicked Michael Barrymore, pal.
Oh,
Rick the
God.
Screwboy Peacekeeper, come on down.
Yeah, did you hear that at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, Palestine Action is back in court
All right.
Okay.
for the outcome of the review? So as of about midday tomorrow, Palestine Action could be unscribed as a terrorist group.
They
Oh,
already
for
are.
God's sake.
No, but they could be not scribed anymore.
Oh, they might not be anymore.
Yeah, as of about midday tomorrow.
Well, if they do, it's an absolute shambles. And once again,
Yeah,
just
I will be up at that court
they
tomorrow
keep putting
reporting
pressure
live.
on things, so
from
then
outside.
everybody's flaky. So
If
with
that
the
happens,
thing,
God.
Which court is it at? Is it the Supreme Court?
No royal courts.
The Royal
Royal Courts of Justice will be at, won't it?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. If that goes,
I'll be there.
their way, it'll just be so fucking wrong.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I already feel like I know what the outcome's going to be when a load of
So do I.
people completely get off for smashing somebody about with a hammer. Like, I mean, these people get off scot-free, man, every time. It's a different rule for them than it is us.
Yeah.
Feels like they're a lot there, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, fuck the pally lot.
Of course,
Okay.
man.
Ugh.
That's what, yeah, oi, fuck the pally lot.
Fucking knobs.
Like I say,
It's not even about what it was meant to be about anymore. It's about pushing other ideologies and agendas, and I see straight through that
Exactly.
shit.
if they're that bothered about it, go to Palestine and protest.
So
I bet none of them would ever even consider it, though.
Oh, they did try, didn't they, before when they got into Egypt, and then the Egyptian people kicked shit out of them.
Yeah,
That was funny, that.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't know
Egyptian
that.
police absolutely battered them.
I didn't know that.
Battered them, mate.
Fuck, you know.
It was quite funny, actually, watching them getting absolutely creamed. Oh, let us through. And it was just like, you dickhead, bang.
I'd love to see that happen over here as a protest, you know.
What's that?
The Paliwanis get the shit kicked out of by the police.
I'm trying to think if there's been any kind of cases of it. Not really. I mean, I've got to be honest. Every time I've literally seen an Antifa dude smack an old guy straight clean in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And fucking, they run the old guy around like, fuck. Like he was the one that done something and that. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? Why are you all kicking the shit out of the old guy that's just been punched? He was the one that was punched, and you're all like ragging him about and trying to kick shit out of him.
Stupid.
Sheffield. Was that Sheffield? I want to say that was Sheffield. Yeah, IRCB. Sheffield.
Might have been.
Where are you this weekend, CP? Or is it all under wraps? Is it kept quiet? What are you doing? Because there's a few things on over the weekend.
Yeah, I'm in London I'm just in London, I think, this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm with Hey and I'll fight on Sunday doing bits for them. I'm with them, I think, tomorrow as well. So not tomorrow, Saturday as well.
Yeah, there's a
So
few bits. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I have to basically do stuff for them because it's a global call out for the Iran protesters this weekend.
Yeah.
There's some big things in London this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So I need to be there really this weekend, unfortunately. But if I don't go to London on Saturday, I will be at work with football.
All right.
But I don't know if I will do work this Saturday. They haven't asked me to go in. They asked me for Tuesday. This is just Sheridan now, but not for Saturday because they have enough people. So it's down to me if I go in or not on Saturday.
All right.
Walter, shut the fuck up.
What's
Sorry,
up?
my dog was kicking off.
Oh,
Oh,
what do- I think you're telling CP to shut the fuck up.
No, sorry. Dog bark. Don't study and barking at me. I'm sorry, CP.
This is why you come out with it.
Quality.
Look,
United for life. What's up, man? What's up? People on benefits are not living a good life, lol. Chill. United for life. I disagree, man. Not everyone on benefits is living a good. That's not what I'm saying, man.
No,
Exactly, but
but there are some scroungers out there who do fucking.
there are some people that definitely see
Yeah.
the benefit system as
Oh.
As a
Well,
lifestyle.
just to
Well,
prove it, it is my dog kicking off. Look.
well,
Oh,
Hey, Walter. Stop biting me.
carry on
Go away.
biting.
Go on. Go away, Walt. Go away.
but yeah, there's definitely people that use see being on benefits as some kind of like lifestyle choice.
lifestyle. Yeah.
There is. So I'm saying, the people that need it, give it them, man, and give them some more as well. They don't get enough. The ones that truly need it, they don't get enough, man. But all those ones that really don't and are quite fit to go to work, yeah, man, go put a high vis vest on or something and go fucking litter pick or I don't know. I don't know what you can do. Go do something. Learn something.
Yeah, exactly. Learn a new trade.
Yeah. Because like you say, they're not having a good life. They're not living a good life. So who would not want to live a good life, man? Go get a fucking job.
I mean, I'll be honest. Fair. I'll be honest. I do get one lot of benefit. I mean, I'll get something called personal independence payments because I've got severe epilepsy, Asperger's syndrome, and I also got bad psoriasis. But I had to fight tooth and nail for 3 years to get that,
Yeah, Brian, you know what? If you've done that, yeah, and it's like the physical kind of stuff, like some of that is there, yeah, then again, you're somebody that should probably be given that benefit to help you out. Damn straight, yeah, man. Like,
I had to
no
fight 3
problem.
years to get that.
I'm not so keen on people that claim like the sick for say mental health issues because
Mental health on its own, yeah.
Because
What do you mean?
I think that's too broad, and anyone could go sit somewhere and make out they're a bit depressed, and it's hard to prove that. As for the physical stuff, you have to have medical examinations and there has to be tests.
Of course you do.
Assessments and stuff, and they'll say, "Oh, there's still assessments with mental health." There is, but come on, man. I think I was fucking born yesterday. I don't know.
I mean,
you could fiddle it if you wanted to.
I mean, Fair. I had to hand in. I had to hand in a load of scans and everything from 10 years ago. You know, and I also had to hand in a load of other forms to confirm that I was autistic. You know. But I
Yeah,
got
so
through it.
help all those people, man. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I ain't saying don't give anyone benefits. I'm not saying everyone go fucking. That's not what I'm saying, man. But if you're fit, able, young and fit and able, then
I mean, at the
and
moment,
you ain't getting a job for some time for whatever reason that is, through the lack of trying or the lack of experience or skills, then go out and do something where you're going to learn some skills and shit.
I mean, at the moment,
invest in yourself, right? Junior, invest in yourself.
I mean, fair. At the moment, I'm a part-time student at Dudley College. I'm doing accounting, so I actually want to get back to work with a new skill.
So I'm here so about, innit? Doing something, bro. That's all it's about. Doing something.
Yeah.
Just be a little bit productive, man. Evening, Jane.
Look, when it comes to the mental health card, though, what people need to get a grip of is, right, look, from time to time, we do get sad. You know, it's one of them things. You'll be sad for like 1 or 2 days, and then you'll be back happy again. You know, it's just a nature of life.
Yeah, it's normal to like have down days, man. That's just normal. Like, don't let anyone tell you like you're like different or like a manic depressive because you're feeling a bit down about. And 9 times out of 10, it's when people have got shit going on in their life anyway. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm not saying it doesn't exist at all. I'm not saying there aren't no people out there committing suicide, whether that's depressed. It's happening. But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of others that kind of like, they're kind of like almost.
Well, the thing is with mental health, right? I've always said this. There's only one person that can fix it. You can go to as many doctor's appointments and shrink appointments as you want, but at the end of the day, it's down to the individual, innit? So you can only fucking help yourself. And if you're not willing to help yourself, then I'm not appeasing your mental health. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
You gotta get the help that suits you.
And you know what it is? Like, I'm not even saying all this, by the way, from like, I didn't come from no wealthy background. I'm a council estate kid. Council estate, oh shit, I still live on a council estate now. Right? So definitely throughout my life, I've had to also be someone that has had to turn to the benefit system in order to help me get through bad times and that. You know what I mean? But again, it shouldn't be like that's what it's for. It's to help you in a gap between sorting your shit out. Yeah. And all this stuff about like, oh, there's no work out there. I think there is actually like quite a bit of work out there.
There is the work out there. It's just,
I mean, you have to look. You do, you know, you have to like commit a bit of time and that. Like, I don't know, looking for half an hour a week or something for a job's hardly like job hunting, is it?
Exactly. But also, I seen somebody I forgot who it was now, that they mentioned about people on. I read today, and this is Rise Above. I read today most Tesco workers are on universal credit while working.
Yeah, that's been a thing for a while, that hasn't it? Is that Tesco aren't paying enough, so they have to get topped up by universal credits, while Tesco rakes in billions.
Yeah. Well, remember, my mum used to work part-time at Tesco before she retired 3 years ago, and she was claiming universal credit then as well.
See, that's another stumbling block as well with universal credit, because a lot of people, again, do this. I'm not going to target one group, but they'll appease the hours that they have to do to get universal credits, like work 16, or is it 20 hours now? You work 20 hours and that's it. And it's just like, well, if you can work 20 hours, I'm confident you can probably work 37 and a half hours and be a full-time person.
I don't think it's the hours you work now. I think it's the amount you earn.
I'd say there are exceptions to every rule, yeah. So there are
Of course.
exceptions to that. There are exceptions. Like, I do agree with what you're saying, but you've got to look at what kind of situation somebody's in and the life at that period of time, yeah.
I just know people take the piss out of that bear. I'm sure you know people that have taken the piss out of that system.
They do, but I'm just obviously relating. So I'm relating to myself. So if we go back like fucking hell, it's a good few years ago now. We're talking about 5 years ago. There was a period where I was like a stay-at-home dad, and the missus went to work. Yeah, and that's because we don't have family commitment. We don't have like family in the local area, so we don't have like that kind of support where we can just like get babysitters and things like that. Yeah, childcare. By the time you kind of paid for childcare, sometimes it can work out like even more. So I was at home while she was going to work, and it was kind of like we had to sacrifice like what we were doing. Right, I'll stay home because your kind of job's a little bit more secure right now. So she went to work, and I spent like the first, it's the longest I've ever been out of work. I want to say it was about 18 months to nearly 2 years out of work. Yeah. And then shit changed though then. So then by that time, the children all going into say like full-time school. Yeah. So that now frees up where we were looking for childcare before. We're now not looking for childcare because they're in school. So those hours now freed up. So as soon as that happened, I was straight back into work, mate. Now we have, so like, I come home from work, a couple of hours, and the missus is going to work. She's like, now she's at work now, and she'll be at work till tomorrow morning. Where I've then got to pick her up in the morning, bring her home, and then go straight to work. So we don't even see each other when she comes in. So I'm straight to work, boom. She's then sorting the kids out, taking them to school. So she's up for like a good 3 hours anyway, after she's done a 12-hour shift, just to take the kids to school before she can get to sleep. And then she's got to be up again for the school run. So what I'm saying is there's a lot of sacrifices there and things where like some people, and they do, sit there and go, fuck all that. Fuck all that's effort that is. And I'm not doing that because I won't see that person and I don't spend enough time. You kind of have to make the sacrifices, man, in order to get certain things.
Of course you do.
But remember, not everything in life's going to be fucking served up on a plate for you. When it is, grasp it with two hands because you're fucking lucky. Take that opportunity. But other than that, it's never really going to happen, man. The only thing that's ever going to make something happen is yourself. Like G was saying about the whole, you're the only person that can change your mental health. It's the same with your general life. The only person that can fix anything or you prosper and do something, become like, I don't know, everyone's idea of successful is different. But to look for some form of success, it takes putting... like taking sacrifices, man. Unfortunately,
of course.
You know what I mean? So,
and just for clarity, he don't always pick her up. Sometimes he forgets.
yeah, well, we won't go there, will we?
Or are you sometimes late?
No, sometimes we just never actually turn up. Yeah, I just don't turn up, mate.
And then he gets in bother.
Next thing I know, I'm getting woken up and it's like, oh, not come and pick me up again. Oh shit. Is it back already? So yeah, man, it's hard work, man. It's fucking hard work. But
also, people need to just be more realistic as well. You know, end of the day, right? Life's a competition. You might not want it to be a competition, right? But it is a competition.
Always.
Exactly, Jane. What's Jane saying there? And if families don't have relatives to help, it's just exhaustion for young families. Listen, you know what? I wouldn't really have it other way. There's like, I've only ever really given my children to my mum, and I think like there's a couple of times where my partner's sister has had the children, but other than that, in all of their life, like that's it. That's like, you know, I'm not. I won't say I never have a break from them because I do. Obviously, I'm out on a weekend and I'll go filming, but yeah. Apart from that, like we have our kids full, like I say, all the time. Like I don't really believe in like, you know, if you have your if you have your kids and that, like you shouldn't really be palming them off on other people. Like I see that a lot. I see people have like kids and then like trying to like palm them off on like grandparents, friends, whoever.
Yeah.
And it's like you're fucking kids, man. Oh yeah, but I want to go out. Should have fucking thought about that beforehand. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's a good point.
Yes, mate, I'm telling you, it's fucking right. Don't you think I'd love sometimes to just like, other than my filming, don't you think I'd love to just, I don't know, disappear and go do what I want? Like, you can't do that when you got kids.
Well, you still get to watch DP get kicked out of the Red Spoons.
Skippy Root.
Not just kicked out of a
Big up
Weatherspoons
Skippy.
dragon, kicked out by Weatherspoons by two big butch lesbians and that.
I know.
You know, you got to give full context in that.
I know.
Don't make me play it.
Oh, God, you younger man.
Don't make me play it. DB.
We'll do one.
No.
Yeah, we'll do one DP up, something rotten.
I'm just personally waiting. In fact, no, actually, yeah, I'm just waiting for a couple more, to be honest. Couple more falls on his ass, and I've got enough to make my own video, and it will be a compilation of DP falling on his ass.
Oh, God, I can't wait for that when that happens.
Do you know what I mean? Don't worry, it'll probably happen this weekend if he goes out. Like I said,
you
DP
guys?
is shit magnet, isn't it?
I think he's got in London, mate, isn't he?
John, now I definitely know he's a shit magnet because he supports Arsenal.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you're a Newcastle fan. I'm a Villa fan.
No, we've got a Man United fan. What about you, CP? What team do you support?
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Oh.
Chelsea are the biggest club in London, aren't they?
I would agree with that statement.
Yeah.
Only one that's won Champions League, isn't it?
Huh?
Only
I
one
think
that's won Champions League.
Yeah, Arsenal haven't they?
Yeah, Arsenal.
Arsenal might this season.
Yeah, well, shut up. What's happened to Newcastle, though?
If you ask DP, he thinks they're going to do the quadruple.
So, you know, like I was saying in Discord, Bear, is you know what's going to happen to Arsenal, right? They're going to get to every single final.
Bottle job.
Right?
And lose.
And they're going to lose every single final, and that is just going to be poetry. That is just literally going to be poetry, is that? The biggest bottle jobs of football, Arsenal Football Club.
I mean, as a Villa fan, I ain't moaning that we're still like fighting for top no more. Where we are now is better than I thought we was going to do this season.
You'll do what we done last season, though, yeah?
Yeah.
You'll finish in the top 4. Great achievement. And then next year, you'll have all those extra games, but you're still not in a position because of the spending cap. You won't
Well,
be in a
the-
position to compete with the big boys.
Well, the spending will change slightly in but the end of the season. By the way, it's based on the overall wages. So basically, in Villa's case, it'll mean we've got slightly more to spend, only slightly more, but every little helps.
Yeah, I have heard that, but to me, it's the same thing, just repackaged and relabeled.
Yeah, just a little less tight on the slot, you know. So
It still ain't enough to go and compete with the big boys that are getting the revenue that they get. It just ain't enough.
Mind you, if we win the Europa this season, I'd be happy, like, you know, just getting a cup.
Yeah, Villa. I'll tell you what, if Villa will struggle with is keeping Morgan.
Yeah, and if we're not in the Champions League, he's gone.
Yeah. He'll definitely go.
Yeah.
Now, I reckon they might struggle to keep their manager at this rate. There's other clubs, if you look, that are looking for long-term managers.
Yeah, but there's nowhere else. There's nowhere else he's going to have the freedom.
Yeah, I like Emery, but he comes out with some weird shit sometimes.
Oh, I've said that from the start.
It's, you know, like what he said when he last month, was it, when they lost? It was just like, oh yeah, we're not a top 5 team. I'm like, you're sitting in third, pal.
He always plays things down so much.
Yeah, it's, I don't know if it was a technical outburst type thing of basically saying, get me some more players in January, or.
Mind you, I'm surprised DP's a Arsenal fan, because I assumed he was a Coventry fan.
So did I, mate. So did I. But he was a Glory supporter, basically. So, you know, when Invincibles was around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there was actually winning something. He obviously gravitated to Arsenal.
Yeah. I had a load of mates who were Man United fans in the West Midlands.
Yeah. It's and before you say it, I'm a Man U fan and I supported them when there was actually shite.
Yeah, no, I ain't saying anything. I've been a Villa fan all my life. 40 years.
Since I was 4 years old, I supported Man U.
I feel sorry for you, man, being a Villa fan for that long.
Shut up. Better than any other team in the West Midlands, though.
Come on, there ain't much competition, is there? Wolves.
Well,
West Brom.
What do you mean? What, the Jingles and West Brom, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, Birmingham.
Well, Birmingham City, the Blue Noses.
Yeah, to be fair, but listen, Birmingham City are the true club of Birmingham.
Well, yeah, of course. No, Villa's just a what do you call it? Aston is just a village, isn't it? A village on the outskirts. Little country bumpkins and that, or what they used to be country bumpkins.
Donkeys years ago. Mind you, Bear Britain. I thought you was gonna. When I first met you, I thought you'd be a Walsall fan.
Yeah, no. Big up Walsall.
DP, Arsenal has no chance of winning anything. Oh, shut up.
Go on, CP. Give it to him.
Tell him, CP. Yeah, tell him, CP. Who's the biggest club in London?
Chelsea. He knows it is.
Oh, he started going up, has he?
Yeah.
Probably been flip-flopping between this live and Society's live, and he's decided to come back and give it
Well,
bigger.
Jamie, well, side exits and I were boring. They were talking about shooting deers and shit like that.
Shooting
Under
deers.
his red.
Yeah. hint, why I left it.
Hey, CP, if you ever get in this boiler room situation with DP again, just lock him in there and just kick him in. You know what I mean?
And you
I
he'll
wish
end
I
up on his
could.
back.
So,
Give him a swift kick in and
but then, like, he tried it again the following week, and he got dragged out by a police.
Well, oh, there's another incident that we are aware about, CP, of another
It's on
boiler
his channel.
room
I wasn't
incident.
there, but I saw it on his channel.
Oh, it's all coming out now, DP.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, the plot thickens.
I wasn't
Did
there
anybody
that one,
record
by the
this?
way, before we got to start.
Oh,
Sure.
tell us more, CP. Tell us more.
All I have to say, he has come up with a arrest himself.
All this boiler room shit.
I know.
Getting Stevie up in here, mind the pun.
He's going to get a name for himself, isn't he?
I don't know.
Boiler Room Bonnie Blue.
Oh, God. That sounds good.
Don't worry, CP. DP's just a bit shy.
I'm surprised he hasn't joined the chat.
Shy, ain't
He's coming up, DP.
Probably won't get a word in edgeways. I tell you what, that lad don't take a breath when he's talking like.
No, because when he's on here, he normally jumps on, attacks you, doesn't he, Bear Britain?
I would love to see that.
Look at that.
And then Bears take his mud off and give it, just piss
50
him off.
months. Big up, Anne-Marie. Whoop, whoop. 50 months.
50 months. Jesus Christ.
That's a long time.
DP, come up and piss Bear off, just so he takes his mud off and make a new mud up.
That's over 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
man.
dedication, that, Anne-Marie. Dedication.
Loyal to the soil. Know what I mean? Also, actually, that's the point. Like, so, all these lives and that I do afterwards, because never too sure, like, whether to keep them up or not. So I'm putting them all over to, like, members. So if anyone ever goes to look back for a life and wonders where it is, it's
Yeah, I
because
know.
I put it
I
on members.
noticed that. I
Plus,
noticed
it's a
that.
little perk. Yeah, it's a little bit of a perk for the members then as well.
Yeah, you
Just
know
like
what?
because like some members and that, like they might watch it back, and so it gives them the opportunity to.
Oi, oi.
Here
Yes,
he comes.
DP.
Arsenal
Hey,
shit.
What are you saying about me,
Here he
G?
comes.
You little
Yeah.
man.
The question is. The question
Mr.
is.
Arsenal.
The question is: has he got his boiler suit on?
Yeah, has he got his boiler suit on?
Have you got your boiler suit on?
Wow.
Oh.
DP Arsenal shit, mate.
Go on,
Top of the
say
league.
so.
Top of the league.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Good day, mate.
Gotta shut him up.
Not for long.
I'm going to win the Champions League as well. Win every game. You know what I mean?
What, DP?
Get to the final and lose.
Wow.
We lost to Chelsea in a semi-final anyway.
Everyone knows DP. Everyone knows about Arsenal.
Yeah. This is
Everyone
different.
knows their bottle jobs, bro.
I mean, I don't know what you're on about talking about a bottle job.
What are you
Oh,
on
yeah.
about? bro?
Right,
What are you on about,
DP,
Frank?
DP, you have to wear a Chelsea top if Arsenal lose the league.
To be
I've got
fair,
someone
he
else
still
to
has
stop
to
on
wear
there,
a
yeah.
Newcastle top, if I'm honest.
Oh yeah, he still hasn't paid out on that one, has he?
No.
Hey, that's
On
not by my
demo,
doing.
out on show for everybody to see it.
He was meant
If,
to go.
if that's the case, I've got a Chelsea top I can wear anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, he's a
At a
secret
demo
shop
in London.
bird.
Oh, it's like that, is it? Oh, I've just tweaked what he said there, Bear. I've just tweaked.
Oh, I know what he's on about, actually. Yeah, I did. I know what he's on about.
He'll fit in it, to be fair, as well, won't
Probably, yeah.
he?
There was
Not
another
because it would be a
stabbing
large top
area.
either, by the way. Just
What?
saying. Not because it would be a large top either, by the way. I'm not trying to insinuate that the top would be large.
Okay. Everyone's like, what the fuck's going on, bruv?
I don't know what's going on.
Keep it that way.
Anyway.
No, active shooter, you're actually referred to as a
Two
fan as
channels.
of now. Me and
Oh,
Bear
no.
decided to take the moniker because we got told that we have fans by a certain app.
Oh,
And they're probably the biggest app in the world, so I'll take their word for it, innit, Bear?
oh. Don't get him started on this fan shit, for fuck's sake.
Do you know what I mean? Who am I to say fucking Meta are wrong, bro?
Everyone, follow my Facebook page if you're not already.
And you become
I'm
a
gonna
top
give
fan.
you my Facebook page.
Yeah.
The link to my Facebook page. Everyone, please follow it. Much appreciated.
Already am.
If you comment enough, like enough,
Enough,
watch enough
over there, you become.
There we are. It's in the chat. Hit the link. Follow the page. Be a doll. We've only had the page like very, very small amount of time, and we're already like doing all right, man. If I'm honest.
Aye.
Nearly at 30,000. Like we're at like 27, 28.
Oh yeah, you know that brand new one I did, Bears, done like 500,000 views in 4 days.
Yeah.
Chilling, dude.
So you know when you get all those idiots that are like, you know your YouTube channel, you're barely getting any. Bro, don't worry about my views. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I'm being
yeah.
serious though. Like everyone thinks that like this is the only platform where like shit
Only game in town.
like
Yeah.
gains any traction. Like, believe you me, just because something might not be going on over here very well, don't think it ain't doing all right somewhere else.
But I know it's sad, but I counted my Instagram the other day when I was bored. There was 70 million views on there. You know what I mean?
Damn. Oh yeah, but he ain't really doing anything. DP, you're not really doing anything, bro.
I literally do like 30 million views a month, every single month. Just not on YouTube. YouTube's about 500,000 to 1 million normally.
Seemingly, there's around 226 children who believe they are trans will be given the puberty blockers, part of an investigation commissioned by West Street in the health
Jay,
sector.
what's up, man? What's up, evening? Or
Yeah,
morning?
that's the trial of it, CP. I'm dead against that trial going ahead.
So am I. He's just wrong.
Literally, it's ridiculous. But I do not agree with Antifa assaulting me outside the court, and then the officer that day picked me up by my bag.
What? At least he might get paid out from that though, chilling.
I don't know. I think he was alright. Bag.
I know it's fucking funny though, isn't
It was golden. It was golden.
It's just one of them moments, CP. You just got to embrace it, mate.
I know. So, but know what? But a funny thing is, yeah, You know that all the trolls keep on saying, "Oh, Mel, she went to a demo another demo straight after, pretty much." I did, but I was on pain relief.
Yeah, but you know what you need to realise with the troll groups, yeah? I've recently, you let them bother you, but then I've been in there and some of the disgusting, because in them troll groups, they've been infested with a left-right versus right thing in there in themselves.
Yeah.
Notice there's loads of lefties in there now. They're all toxic. Certain things happened, and like Bear said the other week, I ain't even going to go into it and don't even want to give them any fucking mention of it. But they were dissing someone, and the admins weren't dealing with it, so they're all scumbags over there. So now I don't even go over there anymore because fuck them. They ain't righteous. They're all a bunch of.
The only reason I'm going over there is because of the.
Over to where?
You know these silly groups on Facebook, these troll ones. You know what I'm on about?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I do know the ones you're on about.
Yeah, but their admins haven't dealt with some real vile shit that I've seen that's unnecessary. They're meant to be.
And they won't deal with it. We got one of them is Danny Ray, memed auditor.
Yeah, but they're all a bunch of mongs, man. Fuck them.
I know.
Irrelevant for me. I don't really care.
And he's an idiot. They're going for somebody who a very good friend of mine who is actually dying, and they don't believe he got cancer and shit like that.
You want about
like, literally, they're just sick in the head.
Yeah, but you feed them in it, and then they love it. That's their little.
I don't feed them. I basically, I get sent stuff like Danny Ray posts about me. I then get it screenshotted, and then like I have that evidence. Then
you know the best thing you can do with trolls, and then in fact not just trolls, just anyone that you that you have a grievance with in day-to-day life. Best thing you can do, kill them with kindness. Just smile and wave. Just smile and wave at them. That'll frustrate them even more.
And they'll soon fucking give up.
I can't stand it, can they? Because they want the reaction out of you.
Yeah, they want all these people in these troll groups. When you give them why are they giving so many irrelevant people like war reactions all the time? Because he's giving it back. Like, do you know what I mean? All the big creators they try and pop out, just don't listen. They do post it, but no one cares. They're sad.
They're just attention seekers.
Yeah, that's their little bit of fun for the week, man. I told you, people get to come on the internet and show their darkest sides because they're hidden behind something.
Yeah, just smile and wave.
Basically keyboard warriors, I call them.
Honestly, that's the best thing you can ever do. You just do what you do. You do you. And just smile and wave at the rest of them.
Yeah, the way you ET masked it, do you know what I mean? You fuck you.
DP might have experienced the same thing. Maybe CP, I don't know. Yeah. So when I first got my YouTube channel up, I'm gonna go in and you start to build a bit of a following, if you like. You start receiving some of the most craziest emails, and that's how it was at first, emails, yeah. Because obviously I'll have my email on where people can contact me, which is on my homepage, so people would take that and just email me, yeah. And genuinely, some of the shit I could tell you that I've been messaged is fucking insane. Now, I'm not saying everything I do is everyone's cup of tea, or even that I'm everyone's cup of tea, but the type of messages that I've received just off random strangers that have felt the need to go out of their way to message what they do to me, honestly, it's vile. Some of it is absolutely vile. So now I'm taking up more platforms where some of these other platforms have features where they can message you directly. Some of the shit I've been getting,
you can turn all that off eventually, there if you want.
It's unreal. Now it don't water off a duck's back, but honestly, and I just what I never understand. You can be sat on your phone or your computer looking through videos.
This is one of the messages I received this week.
Videos that you don't like, yeah. And you then feel the need to find out who that content creator is, contact them, find out what you can about them. It's weird. Just scroll on by, man. What does it fucking matter?
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
They spend all day.
This is one of the messages I got sent this week, yeah. Hold on a minute. So you're a racist, backward, irreverent a C word. Go F yourself. your kids are sending
Big up. Big up.
because you F your family and then the C word again. That one of the messages I got sent this week.
Wow.
Just because I shared something of Nick.
Yeah, fuck them. Don't worry about them. Weirdos, mate. You're welcome for the entertainment, you bunch of freaks. Acting like you don't like it. Like I said before, if you watch TV, you really don't like a program, go and turn it off. It's doing something for them. So you're welcome, bunch of bitches.
And the one thing that I've never understood is how you can have an issue. So someone's got an issue with me doing a legal activity, yeah? And because I'm doing a legal activity, they're then going to go and commit an illegal activity by messaging me and threatening me, and it's all a bit mad. It's all a bit mad. It's like, hang on a minute, what the fuck?
Yeah, we get bare Malcolms, man. You don't even realise.
And a lot that I'm getting recently are off a particular group of people that all my reply keeps being to them is so much. Another great example of religion of peace.
God's sake.
But it's right though, man. You're like, shit, your religion's that peaceful that like the first thing you want to do is like start messaging people, threatening them and shit. All right, buddy.
No.
Just prove your own fucking fakery.
Fucking
Believe in
bonkers,
a fake God. Go ahead.
Any job, they're just jealous of the platforms that you have. So if you enjoy doing what you're doing, their opinions don't matter, does it? Like I said, yeah, just smile and wave. They aren't fucking you. They aren't giving you. They aren't paying you wage and helping you live your life.
Like,
so fuck 'em.
The other thing that recently, is I got the old shtick on Facebook for being seen with Ryan Ferguson. Yeah. And that shit makes me laugh as well, because just because I get seen somewhere with somebody, just because I get seen being civil and okay with someone, don't mean we're mates. Don't mean we have like this big association with each other. And to be honest, if I've got a camera, I'm fair game for speaking to anyone, regardless of whether I agree with your opinions or not. Yeah. So, like, all that was weird. Well, just this, like, I don't know. There's just a lot of weirdos on the internet now. I think they're really weirdos.
Everyone wants you to sing to their tune. That's the problem.
Someone messaged me on TikTok in that who I've had kind of words with, but then since have been not okay because we've still got difference of opinions, but like. I was trying to bring it back and be a bit more respectful with this individual, yeah. And then all of a sudden I get a random message and I didn't really understand it. So I'm like, what is your message about, man? Why are you all of a sudden messaging me like this again? I thought I even offered to meet the guy in person, yeah. This was like no clicks and no hype shit. Just I offered him, look, straight up, 2 men meet up. I ain't coming down to throw hands unless obviously you want it. We'll meet up. And we'll record us having a debate face to face. And then, like, he was all for that. And then, like I say, recently he's messaged me kicking off. And I'm like, bro, what's this all about? And that's when the Ryan Ferguson thing came up. He showed me like a screenshot and was like, yeah, bloody blah. You're calling lefties crazy while you're bigging up so-and-so a true Nazi or something. And I'm like,
oh, the fucking Nazi thing's a little...
They'll hold on to whatever they can.
Yeah, they're fucking out.
No. They cling on to that a bit, don't they?
Yeah, they cling on to it. It's all fucking... Do you know what I mean? Ugh.
They cling on to it that much as to be in Star Trek.
Well, don't get me wrong, the ethno side's growing, but they're not Nazis, you know what I mean? The Nazi shit's really small, specific fucking little, it's not, but then they make out it's this big myth. They're just fucking lads that are young and just a bit twatty with it. It's never going to get anywhere, don't worry about it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's never going to get anywhere. Like, why is everyone fucking all like, oh? There's probably about 100 of them around the UK, max.
Big up, Ali. And we do, big up to Mystic Media. I'm sure most know I'm sure most know him or have watched at least a stream. But yeah, obviously he was live the other night, weren't he? Letting people know that he's been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer.
Wow.
So yeah, big up to him, man. Hopefully,
Stage 4's terminal, isn't it? Then
say that again.
stage
Stage
4,
four, it's not
stage
great.
4's terminal, isn't it? There's
Yeah.
4 stages.
It's not great.
Like he's got in socks. Who's Rona?
Rona.
Who the fuck's Rona?
Just message in back chat. Oh, well, they put a wave.
Rona? Yes, Rona. Big up your fucking jest.
Move me.
Anyway, CP, what you doing this weekend, buddy?
Not really sure yet.
Don't get arrested.
Oh, that is not the aim.
No, you enjoy it. Be careful.
I will be careful.
Get DP on payroll, CP. Protect
Yeah.
your mum. Get him on
No.
payroll.
No,
No.
I'll get him more
Wait,
trouble.
why don't let me add anyone?
Volatile.
Hello, Rona.
UTK.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Hi, are you alright?
Right.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, all good.
Oh, no echo.
Are you good?
Oh, blimey. I'm okay, you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good.
Yeah. They're gone.
No, go on. You were about to speak.
Right. Is my mic okay? Because it echoes sometimes.
Yeah, we can
Nah,
hear you,
right.
Rona. We can hear you.
Yeah,
loud and
right.
clear.
We all get that sometimes.
No, I get it all the time. It's a pain in the arse. Alright, no. Oh, God blimey. Bear Britain Audits, I saw you at the Rhiannon case trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I followed you and I thought your reporting was really good.
I appreciate it.
It was really good. It was fair, impartial, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, do you know what it is? The reason obviously I'd have probably gone and covered it anyway. But so when I started doing migrant hotels, which was about at least 3 years ago, the first hotel I ever done was the hotel that Rhiannon worked at.
Is it there?
Yeah, it's very close to me, that hotel, in the sense of like probably, I don't know, not very far at all for me to travel anyway to get there. And I covered that hotel over a period of like 2 years. We had protests out there early days before the protests that you see now. Like I keep saying it, but there were only you were lucky if you get 10 people outside the hotel. Yeah, and like I say, back then I think people were a bit like scared of being called the buzzwords fascist, racist. Maybe that was wide number, or maybe it was just that there still wasn't enough people that had woke up to what was going on. It could only be one of the two. But yeah, I was following that hotel, and all it was local people stressing their concerns about undocumented men being in that hotel. And like I say, I must have done about 3-4 videos on it. And then obviously the tragic loss of Rhiannon. so for me, it was kind of like, yeah, I got to cover this. So then, obviously, when what happened to Rhiannon happened, I obviously covered it on my channel. There weren't really many people at the time. I felt like even the mainstream media at the time weren't all that interested. Of course, like it weren't fitting the narrative for them at the time, so why would they? But yeah, so I had to kind of go. I felt obliged to go and cover it, you know.
Whenever are the mainstream media interested?
Never.
Well, unfortunately, when it's things like when it's actually when there has been a murder and they're not there initially at the time, but then they want to be there for the court hearings and they want all the juicy bits, yeah. And that's where you can see also it's a bit like, I don't know, they show that they don't really have any morals, do they? The mainstream media, like, you know, they don't care about it, the family or anything really. They just want those sound bites and those moments. I even thought when they were interviewing Rhiannon's mum down at the bottom of the slope, I kind of certain questions that
It's echoing now.
Pardon?
Her mic is echoing. Their mic is echoing.
I can't hear it.
Okay. Might be only me then.
No, sorry, it is me. Sorry, I'm mute.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise I couldn't hear it. But so yeah, I think I thought they were quite, you know, and then like the thing with ITV as well, they only really turn up for one purpose, and that was to kind of try and spin a narrative about Tommy being there.
Of course it was.
So after that kind of interaction went on between the two, because I was interviewing Tommy, and then like they were stood to the right of us. We kind of Tommy caught them like, so I was like, yeah, we'll go over there. So we've kind of gone over to them. He's kind of told them what he thinks. And as soon as he mentioned a certain group of people, all of a sudden they want to disappear. They've got their moment. They've got the bit that they're going to spin and they're walking off. And I thought, hang on a minute, you're going to be asked questions that you don't want to answer. And it was quite clear to see, because even if you go to the very end, when mainstream media did wait at the end at the bottom, those two people from ITV were not there. So they weren't really there for the sentencing.
And mainstream were bickering. It was funny as fuck. Do you remember?
Mainstream were bickering with one another.
You know what? At the end of the day, they're just reporters. They're not journalists. They're just reporters.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, I agree with that for the most part. They are. I don't necessarily think I'm anything different from that, though, to be fair. I go, I see something, and I report on it. The only difference is, and not all the time, obviously I do pre-recorded content, but the whole point in the live streams is that you all see it firsthand as it is. Nothing's edited out. You see it for what it is.
There's no bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's no bullshit. These mainstream media reporters are not journalists. You can be a reporter, journalist. You're not tied to anyone. You're not answered. You don't have to answer to anybody.
Well, that was always the beauty of, like I say, because everyone now, apparently, that goes out with a camera is a so-called auditor. But in the early days when I started my auditing, this channel, which was an auditing channel, it wasn't covering the stuff that we cover, you know. It's like it was just going around holding police to account, you going out and doing your lawful activity and seeing how police interacted with members of the public and responded, basically. Obviously, it's kind of gone on a bit since then. But yeah, that was the beauty of it, is the fact that kind of like anyone has the right to carry a camera. I mean, we've all got one on the back of our phone these days, yeah? So
Exactly.
everyone has the right to hold their government, the police, or anything that you see in the street, even if you see something that you think is wrong. If you're in a public place, you have the right to film it. Yeah, you had the right to film it, like, so. It's kind of changed a little bit, but that was the beauty of it, that you kind of weren't tied down to any kind of organisation. You could do what you wanted to a degree. Obviously, it's all got to be within the law, but that was the beauty of it, right? Everyone's kind of different. Everybody brings something a little bit different to the table. Some might be slightly better than others and articulate themselves better. That's fine. But I say to everyone that's out there doing something, fair play. There's a few that I would question their motives and why they're out there doing it.
I question a lot of them these days, fair though.
But that's just the way it is. That you're going to have that with anything, right? I guess.
I question a lot of them and their morals for being out there.
Yeah, a lot of people ain't honest as well, man. Just own it, man.
Dodgy ones.
Do you know what I mean?
Is everyone going to London in May?
Yep, of course I am.
Gonna march with the peoples. Fuck yeah.
It would be nice to think that there might even potentially be more than last time. That would be nice.
I don't know though, man.
That was a lot, right?
Yeah.
And you got to think it was at a time of the year where it was good weather.
Then, man.
Like,
It was a lot, and
a lot's happened, man. I'll be interested to see.
because I don't know. What do you feel about the protests at the hotels? Do you feel like they've lost their momentum now?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Down,
No.
but look. The thing with the hotels to me is it's just waiting for things to happen. Not that you want to, but catalysts will happen and it'll just go back to it again and more will be back out there.
And especially when the weather gets warm, as we get longer days and nights and all that, it'll flare back up again.
But I don't think you need to do protests at the hotels anymore. You can just do them in city centres and cause. Do you know what I mean? If there's enough.
Well, we know they lied to us, but they're already lying to us. So they said that they were stopping all the taxis for the migrants. There was no more taxi service in.
Did they?
Yeah, they did say that. Yeah, they've actually announced that.
Okay, now that Sikh guy told me in Leicester Bear they'll get taxis all the way down from there to that hotel down to fucking London and shit, bro.
Well, go check out Truth Hurts. Truth Hurts has put a recent short up, I believe, showing that they're still getting taxis. He at least see 2 leaving there, and we've lost Rona. We lost Rona. Big up Rona.
Yeah, it was like they paid like £200 a time to take them to London and that. I posted the video on fucking thingy. Like, someone took it and put it on X. It went mental. But that's how much they paid. £200. And then they've got to get one back.
Okay, now.
Do you know what I mean? But the migrant's like, I want to go to London. Uber.
I got that. That's funny.
I'll be honest. London is one of my favourite places.
But know what? I love Leeds more than London these days.
I love Liverpool.
Liverpool's architecture in that city is unreal.
YouTube's mad, isn't it? Great. The bum videos. YouTube's fucking nuts, I tell you.
I need to go to bed soon, late.
It is late, CP. It is very.
Hey, BB, you were up later than last night?
Oh, can you stop saying BB, please? It's BBA.
Sorry.
Do you know how many people I've been correcting lately? BB. It's like, my name's never been BB. Like, not even the abbreviation, like the short version. Even if it's shortened down, I don't care if it's shorter. It's BBA. Because it seems like since BB Media come around, everyone and it's like, do they even know if they're talking to the right person? So I always feel like I've got to correct them and be like, it's BB. I don't know. I don't know if people get confused or what. Like, but,
Hey, as long as
Yeah.
nobody calls you BBC.
Roll
Which
on St.
is
Patrick's
a
Day.
addition to any panel. Yeah.
Don't take it to heart, baby. It's fine, mate.
Big sleeps.
I ain't taking it to heart. I'm just saying, like, I might just stop responding to it, innit? I just take a response.
Obviously, his name's bigger than yours and that, so that's why you're getting labelled with it.
Whoa, Get out, John, bro. By a newbie as well, you know. You're gonna have it. You're gonna take that, are you?
Yeah, I'm going back on mute.
Wow, you little wooden spoon shit stirring fucker.
Do you know what I mean?
Nah, you'd always be the big dog.
Are you guys down on the 28th of March
For
for the children's demo?
the what?
For the children's big demo.
I didn't know there was one actually, CP.
But there also is a massive lefty demo that day as well, London.
All right. When's the Alan Rock one?
The 21st
21st of when?
this month.
Oh my god. Right,
I can't wait for that one.
You're actually going, yeah. And it hasn't been done. And it hasn't
I
been
got my
done.
train ticket today, mate. I'm definitely going.
Big up Rona. Echo.
Yeah, that echo was too much. Yeah, I'm definitely going. I got my train ticket today.
There you
Fair
go.
play. Just be careful, yeah.
Where are
Come
you
up,
going?
guys.
You going Alan Rock?
Yeah,
Nah, I think I'm gonna head Manchester.
of course you are.
When's that? This ain't this
No,
weekend.
it's not
this
this
is like
week,
next
next weekend. It's like you either
The
got
same
UKIP and Alan
weekend
Rock.
as
But I
the
just think
UKIP
I'd
one.
rather go to Manchester because Alan Rock's too close to home and that's too rage, man. Like you don't
But then
understand.
we got
I've worked Alan
then
Rock
the
years ago
28th.
many times, and I'm just like, yo, man, that's a bit.
I'll be
much.
honest. From what I'm seeing, Manchester should. I think people should start boycotting filming in Manchester.
Yeah.
What you want to hit Alan Rock instead?
I'm just saying. Like personally,
You got to be
like
honest,
again,
innit?
when I've been talking, and you think about like some of the bad press at the minute with these so-called auditors, bro. A lot of the bad weapon that's coming out of Manchester, believe it or not.
I know. I can just see loads of dickheads getting nicked up there, and I can film it all.
Yeah.
Like I said, bro, be like, at Manchester last time. On the drive up there, what I said to you, we'll just do the same. There'll be content just because of everyone else. At the big protest, you've got to be careful with the police anyway. This is what the others don't understand. When they're a smaller gathering, I'll try and have discourse with the lefties, as you've seen there, yeah? Because you can, and a lot of coppers will allow you, innit? Yeah?
Oh, yeah, they will.
With the big protest,
Yeah,
the
echo
big
is
thing's different. The
again.
coppers will be aggressive. They'll throw you out of the way. They'll
Echo
fucking
is.
nick you. Do you know what I mean? They'll fuck you up about these big protests. You don't need to get too involved in a big protest. Just let the show just commence. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll just bash into you, they'll fuck you out the way. You know what I mean? The rules are different when there's loads and loads of people. And a lot of the coppers get into that sort of adrenaline mode, you know what I mean? So stand out of the way, bro. It ain't good.
The one on the 21st, if like the media get asked to move back, please just move back. For the people that need to get the shots for likes of UKIP type thing, can get them.
I think DP should proven out that she's got bigger bollocks than DP. She's going to Alan Rock, man. You're going to skimp it out of Manchester.
Yeah, but she gets to go back home to London. I have to go back to Warsaw, for fuck's sake.
Okay, that's bad.
It ain't that bad. 93.7% non-white.
Well, try coming and living in Dublin.
What's it called? Black, Asian, minority ethnicity. 93.7%.
Big up,
Am I
Another
living in?
another good one in London will be Old Cods in March.
And there's
Yeah.
a lot of fucking gang activity in places like Adam Rock. Like, do you know what I mean? It ain't a joke.
It don't surprise me.
It's rough as fucking dog's ass, mate.
What,
BB.
Big G's?
BBA.
I'm just winding you up, man.
You didn't just say BB as well, did you?
That's it, yeah.
Oh,
Big.
no, no.
BBA. Another good one.
You're gonna have
is
to say it's
Old
Bear
Cods.
Britain audits now as well, Bear, isn't it?
Hoods.
You know, you're thinking about dropping the audits and being Bear Britain. That's out the window.
Yeah.
Another one will be a good one.
Big
Is
Bear Britain
Old
reports, bruh.
on the 15th of March.
BBR.
I'll come like you'll just get stick from all of you. You bunch of bastards.
Hey, it's a valid point that I said. I know it was hilarious, but it wasn't completely valid. You have to be like BB Media. Oh no, that just sucks.
As long as he doesn't end up with BBC.
Yeah, Bear Britain covers.
Yeah.
There's no need for this, Bear, is there? Savage, isn't that?
Not really, mate. Not
You
really.
have to
Not
say
at
it's
this
Bear
hour.
Britain audits.
Not
now.
at this hour.
As if the audits came to save your
Don't
ass
blame me,
eventually.
I'm just
Mate.
saying now, another good one in March, if you're up for it, Old Cods. That kicked off last year with me being there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's
Where
the
do
one
you
where
Where do you find out about all these CP? Well, you've got a calendar and you know exactly where every single frigging protest and demo's going on.
Lives in London, bro.
no, literally,
Fuck.
I stalk their social media. I stalk their social media.
Standards of racism stop posting on their things, the roundups of where they're going to be next, I think, because, you know, it's easy to find them.
Literally, come to the UKIP one, DP. It'll be more fun.
To be honest, I'm quite surprised there hasn't been a protest like just about like Starmer recently in the last week.
So
I'm
am
sure-
I.
I'm really surprised there hasn't
Yeah.
been one where like people are out protesting for
100,000 people just repeatedly singing Keir Starmer's a wanker.
The whole country.
And hopefully, if we're clever enough, we can get a few big G's a wanker in there while we're at it. Yo, G, you ain't got muted to go to sleep on panel, have you? Suspicious, that.
Yeah, man, Big J's a wanker and that. Have you got them t-shirts yet with Big J's a wanker on it?
No, we need to.
Yeah, man. My avatar's going worldwide.
Yeah. It's going everywhere, bro.
But yeah, it is getting late, you know, people.
Yep.
Oh,
25 to 2.
Rona's just dropped right now. Yeah, it's getting late, people, so I'm going to shut it down anyway.
Okay.
It's Friday, man. I just need to get through tomorrow.
Hey, Beth, I'm not at work tomorrow, mate, so you can contact me whenever you want, yeah?
Wow.
You're actually not at work. You're pulling...
Love is in the air.
Don't worry, Bear, I'm not at work either.
No way.
BBA, love is in the air.
Love is in the air, isn't it?
Big G, I'll join you if you want all day, you know, not at work and that, you know, as we do. Work hard so much that we have to get these luxuries of days off.
Oi, listen, ain't my fault. Some of you lot don't know that there's 2 6 o'clocks in one day, you cunts.
Literally, timing is weird, man.
Just because you missed the first one, don't mean it's not there, buddy.
Yeah. And Bear, don't forget to pick the missus up from work, pal.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll try not. I can't ever guarantee it.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? I can't. But yeah, big up, guys. Is Society still live? Everyone jump over to Society.
Right.
If
Is he
he
still on?
Where's it ended?
He's ended it.
He's ended it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Gypsy Dave's live. No, he's not. No one's live.
Nowhere to send you people. My
Oh,
bad. But
Lightfoot, whoever Lightfoot is. Yeah.
Well,
like I say, I waited till like gone 9:30, man, thinking I'll wait because most people in the week, if they're going live, they'll go live like usually before about 9:30ish, 9 o'clock. No one did, so I fired one up like.
Yeah, there's a guy here called Lightfoot. He's a lot of our crowds in there.
Big up Jerry, big up Stepper, big up Flora, big up everyone.
Put link in chat then. So
I'm just getting Bear's channel up on the other thing. Yeah, on that PC flex now, so I've got to go all this clicky shit. Do you know what I mean? There you go.
Nice. Right. Bear, speak tomorrow, pal.
Yeah,
Right,
man.
right.
Enjoy your long day at work, Bear.
All right,
Enjoy.
everyone. Yeah. I'll enjoy my day at work, you bunch of bastards.
Right, bye.
Arrivederci.
Oh, mate. Some more work in a fucking sick note, you bastards. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
man. All
Go
day.
on, piss off. Get out of here. Right. Big up, everyone, yeah. Take care of yourselves. Much love. See all you guys on the next one. Oh, what is it? It's Friday tomorrow, so yeah, weekend, man. Weekend, we're out. We're filming. Well, we don't know where we're going to be yet, but I'll be somewhere. So big up yourselves anyway, yeah, and I'll see you soon. Peace.